I don't know why my screen black. I don't female. What's good, y'all? What's good? I don't know why my screen is black. I don't know my screen is black. It's really good, Joe. So I've been saying a lot of shit today. Like, everything I say is real. It's always a beam. I do not lie, dog. I do not lie. I do not steal. That's the way it is. Those are my only two rules I got left. You know what I'm saying? Please reply. What's up, Jaka? I think that's what it says. Jaka, I ain't got my glasses on. What's good? Roblox. Fika, how you doing, mama? Fika, what's good? Jaka, I like your crown. You know what I mean? Like, I wear a crown too. Heavy is the crown. You know what I'm saying? I used to be the Atlantean king, bro. Well, you want an Atlantean sound? Go look at my YouTube music. It's a song called Hydra at the Gate. That John is an ancient kingdom song. So they used to play that for me at the at Atlantis. And I got pictures of it too. I know where Atlantis is on Gaia right now. And if y'all can point me to the right direction or point somebody to me that will pay me for that information, I'd appreciate it. I ain't got no job. I got court on Friday. The cops been harassing me. My girl kicked me out the house after 10 years. And I need some help, y'all. Like, y'all supposed to be my people, you know what I mean? But yeah, Hydra at the Gate was an ancient song sung to the kings and the gods in Atlantis times, like 12, 13,000 years ago. Well, actually, the Earth's only been spinning for 12,350 Earth years in your time. Time is just a tool that humans created to measure distance traveled in space. It makes sense? Space-time continuum, distance traveled in this space, or the space-time, which is up there, you know, deep outer space, if you must. It's hard for me to speak sometimes because I give myself riddles almost, or I give the people riddles. You know what I'm saying? Like I speak in tongues because I know like 50,000 languages, bro. Shovel is shovel in 2026 English. In 1400 BC or whatever, 1200 BC or 10,000 years ago, when Atlantis was lived live and thriving. I have pictures of it. I got tons of pictures of it. I used to anyway. They delete my shit now. Um, but back then, like 10,000 years ago, when they would play Hydra at the Gate, it was a different kind of song with horns, trumpets. There was no words. It was just the melody that's in my song that I got on YouTube, and I put it out as a rap. I didn't know. I knew it was an ancient song at the time when I was making it, but it was enticing. It was like devil's food cake or candy, you know, cause I knew I heard it before, and it sparked me. And well, why do I know this? You know, I'm starting asking the questions. Why do I know this? How do I know this? Why does it spark me? I know how it sparks me because I used to hear this 10,000 years ago. But I just woke up like 3 months ago. I had my ascension process a little over 2.5 years ago, which was an intense amount of startling, frightening, paranoid, um, uh, like speeding. They made me go faster. It made me notice shit more. It made me pay more attention. But it was curious still at the time. The whole 6 months, I was curious, more curious. And this is my ascension process, right? It was 6 months, 2.5 years ago. So it was 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And then so it's 2023 to halfway of 2023, the first half. No, the second half. The second half. You're right. I don't know who said it, but you're right. Um, so 2020, the second half of 2023, me and my girlfriend at the time of 10 years were living in a hotel being paid for by the county, Bucks County. And over here is like rich people suburbs, you know? And me, I'm a hood rat. I'm a white boy in a black body with half Dominican heart. Because I used to live in Dominican Republic for 3 years, and that's where my love is. Um, but yeah, Hydrate the Gate, I knew it. And I'm like, how do you know this? This isn't a real song, Tone. And I'm like, I battled myself, I argued with myself. And I'm like, no, you know this fucking song, dog. And I'm like, how do I know this song? So I was researching a little bit, the way I do. And I had noticed something in another song that was playing that I happened to create. And I read the words that were the caption on the screen. And I was like, yo, that says ISIS holds the key. Or ISIS wears the crown. No, ISIS holds the seed. ISIS holds the seed is what it said. But on the screen, it said a different thing. The captions, the words in English on my screen were different than the sound on my phone coming out as English in 2026 by me. You understand? So it's fucked up. You gotta follow. It's hard, bro. It's hard to think like me. Everybody's real big on resonance right now, spirituality. And I created Quantum Resonance Media probably the beginning of this year. We do business as Quantum Resonance Media. I am Tone in 2026, but I've been here before a lot. I mapped out some of my ancient history using AI. I know it to be true. Yeah, hold on, let me try to ask away. What song makes me want to dance? My music or your guys' music? My music or your music? Because I have almost 300 songs in Spanish, in rap, East Coast boom bap, 1990 style. That's where my heart is. I'm from Philly. So I would say my songs would be, I don't dance, I don't jiggy, I Tory Lanez, if you will. I don't know if y'all know who Tory Lanez is. He's a little spastic but sexy with it, you know what I mean? And I'm not gay, he just means fluid, if you must, alright? Um, but yeah, my songs don't make you want to dance, but I guess if they did, I would say I don't really dance. But so it would make me dance. It's like, move, bitch. Get out. Come on, move. Music fucks me up because I hear the English words and I don't speak English, but I know English. I don't know Spanish, but I speak Spanish and I know Spanish. I don't know Atlantean. Nobody does. But the word Chauvel is a word in 2026 English. Chauvel to me is just a sound. What kind of sound? It's the sound of an Atlantean word. S-H-O, oh no, S-H-A dash V-E-L, which is 2 letters where I'm from. You feel me? Sha and Bell. It's 2 letters in Atlantean language. But to me, it's a sound in Atlantean. Well, that don't make sense, you say? Um, it does make sense. So, Hydra at the Gate would probably make me want to dance. Definitely, and that's my song. But that's an ancient Atlantean song that they used to play for me. You understand? Um, yeah, Hydra at the Gate. Or the other one would be, I forget the other one. Where, get woke right now. That joint. It's is it Void Walkers? It might be Void Walkers. Get woke right now. That joint is crazy. Because them horns are nuts. And they used to play that for me back in the day. But the words came from the ancient aliens. And y'all might think I'm crazy, but I'm not. I promise you. I know all this to be fact. Um, Cause I was there, bro. You know what I mean? Let me see what else. Hold on. So that would make me dance. The Voidwalker song definitely would make me dance. But I guess the other song that I like would be Hydra at the Gate. Let me look this up real quick on my YouTube. Cause I love music. I like making music. I started making music 2 years ago. I wrote all my songs. I did every beat in every one of them songs. Um, it made me feel like I was better than Jay-Z at his own craft. It made me not hate Eminem anymore. I hated Eminem. I'm 44 years old. Eminem came out when I loved rap, when I was passionate about it, and when I just came back from California and I was down the way, which is North Philadelphia. We call it down the way. Um, we go down the way. I was down the way, and I would just rap to the drug dealers, and they would give me free drugs, mostly weed. You know, I didn't really wasn't really heavy in drugs at 20 years old yet. I was doing a little bit of cocaine, but not a lot. Just a little party time. You know what I mean? But I smoked weed all the time. I didn't drink. I never was a big drinker. I love wine though, but I don't use it or drink. I used to drink wine with my mom all the time. Um, Yeah, what song makes me want to dance to that song? Y'all can look it up. If it was another song, I would have to say, um, I would say I made a song called Ride or Die, and it's not by 215 Tone, it's by Tone 215, which is also me. And it's a Ride or Die. It's weird, it's a country song. Yeah, you wouldn't think that, right? But it's got a great melody, it's got a great rhythm and hook and all that, and it's a duet. And I sing the shit out of it in real life, but I didn't. I used AI, excuse me, to do that one. And just because it's faster, it's more efficient for me at the time, you know what I mean? And I don't really fuck with country, but that's what a lot of white people listen to from America. So I figured maybe I could get their attention with it because it is a great song. Like, so I hit the country album label up, and they told me we don't listen to AI music, sir. And I said, fuck you, bro. And he's like, well, it's too long. I said, fuck you, bro. And he's like, well, the the structure isn't proper, sir. And I said, fuck you, bro. I'll talk to somebody else. And I wound up not even talking to another record label. Um, Meanwhile, CDR Chris was really good, bro. You're my godfather, bro. I listen, respect everything you say and do, bro. You really that bull over there, man. Nice town, what's really good. Big up to Nice Town, and y'all, hopefully y'all get that. Free was popping, baby. Ice City. C was really, really good, bro. Um, the whole UK, Ice City Committee, Baby Grand Records, all that. You know what I mean? Miss Jade was popping, I remember swim class with you, ma, in 1998. Siobhan, Miss Siobhan, you sexy bitch. She is probably the toughest gangster, battle rapping female of all time ever to be forever done. Ever. Was, will be, ever. You feel me? She's still got bars right now. I could put her against anyone, name it, Nikki, Cardi, anyone. She will roast them, burn their toast, and eat it for breakfast on a fucking hardwood floor in a small ass 16, 14-inch bedroom like a jail cell, you know? That's where we live, bro. That's where we from. We from over here, you know what I mean? It ain't no more grimiest city in the world than Philly. We got the most ruthless, cutthroat people that will do you dirty for a bag of dope. We got the most mean, no-hearted fucking people that will run over your dog and sell it to the Chinese food store so they can cook it and feed it to the people for money. We got some of the stupidest people. Meanwhile, America is the stupidest country in the world. We don't go to school. We barely work. We overproduce our currency. We poison the air, the water, the fish, the human body. Humans created cancer. You realize the Earth didn't have cancer before humans were born? You know that? You know that most wires humans create cause cancer to humans? And we put wires in everything. We've gotten better at it. But understand our power wires in Philadelphia, we have a thing called Roman Haas. It's a chemical processing plant. And you can see the gas and the chemicals and the smoke and the smells and the pollution it really does give. And the power lines that run over top of these buildings, these small little houses, they built for the workers for Roman Haas. They built these houses for them. But the power lines that they run, when you check the the overlapping of the maps, you'll see a dense population of cancer in certain like patterns, and you cross the pattern with electrical wires and overlap Philadelphia map with power grid map and put cancer on one and electrical lines on the other, and the overlap is disgustingly, seriously, severely exact. That's how synchronized I am. Like for the past week, I've been looking at the clock and I don't pay attention to time because it's irrelevant to me. It doesn't exist. I destroy time. I erase time if I have to. But that wasn't the point. The point was time. What was I going to say? Fuck, I forget. I do that a lot. Time. Oh, I'm not concerned with time, but I've been looking at the clock recently for like a week. And 30 times that I looked at the clock over that week, I seen either 59, 301, or exactly on the dot every time. So I was only one off either way or perfect at least 30 times over the week. Like I would say 30 out of 35 total in 7 or 8 days. You feel me? That's how much I don't care about time. But I've been paying attention recently. So I haven't had a job either. I haven't had a job for a minute. Like a month. But I run my own company. 3 of them. So who's that? Who's still here? Who's still here? Hit the chat button in the box. Cause my screen is still black. To me, it just has my picture. But I don't know if y'all see me. Cause I didn't turn nothing off. You know what I mean? The computer be doing crazy shit to me. My phone used to go bananas. Like type by itself, it would get possessed and shit. My electronics start bugging out, and they used to bug me out. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had music change. Like I know that song. I know the song verbatim, 100%, word for word. And when I was in the zone, the song was something so totally different, and it would last for minutes, like almost like I could possess people. where like I could mentally hijack them. You know what I'm saying? But that was just a power that the ancient Anunnaki had, and y'all depicted them as gods. They're drawn in ancient Egypt times with the long noses. Y'all know who I'm talking about? The long nose drawing. Yeah, those were depicted pictures of the ancient gods or the Anunnaki, who created humans. Y'all gotta understand that. Y'all weren't here 5,000 years ago. The Earth's been spinning, excuse me, the Earth's been spinning for 12,350 years, give or take. You can fact check anything I say. I don't lie. Go ahead. Use your AI, use your wiki, use your whatever Encyclopedia Britannica, use your head, use what you know, use a tool, and I guarantee you my answers are 100% valid. Valid, verdad, tambien, todo tiempo, all the time, every time, in the time. You feel me? I am not high. It is probably, I'm gonna say, without looking anywhere, I wanna see, no, I hear 423, but my eyes are closed, and 23 is just a magic number in this planet to me. Because it's Jordan, LeBron, such and such, right? So just my magic number, 231. But me, I do 123. Y'all do 369, because this is supposed to be a time of awakening and intellectualism and a golden age, right? Is that what y'all call it? A golden age? An awakening, right? I wrote the book called The Awakening so many years ago. It's available on Amazon. The author is A period J period Martralli, Martralli. And I wrote the book, The Awakening, right? And it was a bullshit book, but that's not the point. It was written like stereo instructions, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point. Easy to read, fast to read, hard to master, impossible to master for y'all. And but y'all are doing a good job trying. You know what I'm saying? I can appreciate that. Y'all didn't do a good job running the earth because y'all killed this bitch. Guy is dead, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like real rap. Guy's dead. She's dead 2 out of 3 ways. Unless we start terraforming now, here. We might be able to save her for another 5,000. But the Ice Age, the second Ice Age, the first one already happened. The second one already happened. This will be the third Ice Age. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. The second one already happened. It's the one y'all know of. The first one happened when that big sonic boom in space occurred. At the same time, the planets were born, and so on and so forth, right? Because it went sonic boom, and the universe was there, but the other side of the universe was going sonic boom. The other side of y'all veil, you know what I mean? Like the other side to use being human. And so it was the sonic boom. The universe was created, and we'll get into that later. But I'm talking about y'all. So everything was instant, you know, but it was only a second. The other side was instant. This side was a second later, right? And in an instant, everything was. So that was probably like 14,000 years ago, and y'all already know that to be fact. So 14,000 years ago, everything was. Mind you, everything is a frequency. Everything has a vibration. This is what we teach at Quantum Resonance Media. This is what the ancient ones taught. This is what they knew to be fact. It was real. It was not fake. It was 100% valid. It's still 100% real and valid today. The problem is this. As it was then, it is now, and it can be in the future. Okay, the golden age could be now. Philadelphia is celebrating its 250th anniversary of America's freedom. Understand what that is? That's America's freedom, 250 years ago. So that's how long we've been here. But people been here a long time before that. Um, People actually, believe it or not, were on Mars. I'm not sure if it was people or if it was the ancient aliens, because the pyramids on Mars are real. Elon already saw them. That's why he wants to go play. He knows they were mechanical, like engineered, if you would. They were moving parts. It was gears. It was so imagine like old times here, like 1905s, 1930s, when they were tinkering with the metal and stuff, and they were good at it a little bit, and stuff was coming together, like projects and engineering was being born. Over there on Mars, it's the same kind of technology built into those pyramids. You can look it up. It's cool. NASA never just never NASA never, what's the word? Uh, dis shit. Now see, now you start screaming at me and I can't think. Um, NASA never. What's the word I'm looking for? Disclosed. Thank you. I don't know who said it, but thank you. So, disclosed. NASA never disclosed this stuff because they don't want y'all to think it's aliens. Okay? I'm sorry, it's late. I look like shit. I haven't cared about my looks in a fuck. I did just put my camera back on, so I saw myself. It's late. It's like, what time is it? So, how close was I when I said 4:23? Because now it's 5:03. And that was like 20 minutes ago, so I was off by 20-ish on the dot, kind of. Does that make sense to anybody that's still with me? That's how synced my shit is all the time. Um, so the Pleiades mastered genetical engineering a long time ago. They're smart, smart aliens. Um, I think they're beautiful. They look like the avatars, kind of. If Avatar, you know the movie, the blue guys, so they're not like big and blue. Yeah, they are, but they're lighter blue. They're all like the sky here, our atmosphere, and we're a bunch of, right? That's how smart I am. That's a fun little fun fact for y'all. But what's he talking about? So many things at the same time. You have no idea. So I just try to slow down for y'all and speak clearly, but I pick my words very specifically. You know, they're purposeful. They're on purpose all the time, every time. I mean what I say. I say what I mean. And I do what I say. You know what I mean? Not that I mean. So the crystalline DNA was perfected by these Pleiades, you know, and when they came here with the Anunnaki, those long-nosed dudes, the Enlil, Enlil, the bull that ran Egypt, that ran, you know, the goddesses and Cleopatra and all that shit, woke the dead, talked to Anubis, Scorpion King, and all this shit. This shit was real, bro. So the Knights Templar were real. They ran the Crusades. No, the other part of the Knights ran the Crusades. All right. Those, I don't know what y'all call them. I'm bad with names and titles and shit like that. Like things get confusing for me very much. I try to stay on point. So the Crusades were like, let me make you a metaphor. So if y'all are familiar with Philadelphia, where I'm from, Beanie Siegel had a slogan when he took over, and it was "Get down or lay down," and that meant if you're move, please, or you may lie down, or we can put you down, or you can get down. Now that's 4 or 5 things that mean 2 or 3 things, each one of them. But in essence, all it meant was get the fuck out my way. Or you can go down. Or you can join us. So that's get down or lay down. 3 answers, 3 ways, meaning 3 more things. Is that a little crazy or no? What that is called is just math. It's 3 exclamation points. And that is 3 times 2 times 1 times 0 times -1 times 2, and it just keeps going forever. That's what the math is. 3 exclamation point. I don't know how many of y'all knew exclamation point meant math. Did you know that? I bet you didn't. To me, exclamation point is just one of 900 characters, if you will. Those characters are 900. They represent 300 symbols, 300 letters, and 300 numbers. A total of 900. You understand? 300, 300, 300 equals 900. Yes, good, squirrel. Also, 300 letters, 300 symbols, 300 numbers equals 900 what? If you, where's my chat box? If you, the first person that can message, tell me, call me, text me, YouTube comment me, Facebook comment me, Instagram comment me. And be careful because I don't check everything like I used to. But the first person I see say the word, or hear the English word, or read the English text of the answer, what is 900? 900 what? Because that's really, I just want answers. I got all the answers. I just want to communicate and vibe, and I want to collaborate and bounce stuff back and forth. Because I do have all the answers. I just never got them all yet because I've only been awake for 3 months, which brings me back in the circle to that doing. So 14,000 years. So Sarah Hall said, this is the biggest change that's happening to the planet in 14,000 years. Or she said something about something traveling really far, and it's going to be pointed at Sagittarius, and it's going to be powerful. I'm not sure how long ago that was. It was like 3-4 months ago. She said this on YouTube, and I was like, oh, shit. Like, she was talking specifically to me. I didn't know she was at that time, but she was. But she's been doing this for a long time, more than 3 or 4 months. I've been listening to her for like, I would say like 2 years. I believe everything she says, a whole 100%. And I don't believe in God or the Christian religion. I don't believe in any religion because all of them were valid their own way because of the whisper down the lane effect. The more you tell a story about the same fucking thing, it gets switched up each time its own way, and by the end of it, it's all just a fucking lie. Do you understand? Because it's been twisted so many times, it's not the same story no more. But if you look at it in essence on your time, the time humans have been around for 4 or 5,000 years, mind you, I'm this time. I didn't live 4 or 5,000 years ago, not as this person. I was somebody else. I was the same soul, same dude, just a different version in a different body, right? Because we do come back over and over and over and over. We do. That's true. Yeah, science can stand that. Now, I was listening to her for like 2 years. She's an angel channeler. That's what she says she is. She is. She hears these angels. I don't hear angels. I'll get into that later. I don't believe in religion, so therefore I can't hear angels. You understand? That makes sense, right? Cool. I'll ask you to, let me see if I can get my chat back up. It won't even, see, I touched my screen 43 times now, and it hasn't done anything, and it bugs me out because technology messes with me. Um, like my TV twerk me out. TV does so many things I don't even watch it. I put my YouTube on it and zone out. You know what I'm saying? Or I get TV for free for like 10 years now. I haven't paid for TV. It's free. All channels, everything, new movies, brand new all the time. Yeah, for 10 for free. I get a lot of shit for free, honestly. Money is of no object to me. It's just water. You spend it, it comes fast or slow, and you're running out of both. Yeah. You fucked up the water. The one water table, the big one, is like 3 reservoirs in Earth. They're called the water table, right? There's 3 pockets of water in Gaia. Yes, that is the world's drinking water. That's all she's got. 3 pockets. They're huge. Um, the first one is totally fucked. Y'all poisoned it, ruined it, drank it, stopped drinking it, tried to chemicalize it. Did you know at any given time the American drinking water has over 30 different chemicals, vitamins, poisons, compounds, and or stuff that never was there when I first was here? Do you know that? 30 different things that didn't belong in the water table that you drank, that your people in charge feed you in your body and tell you it's good for you. Here, it's free. Water. Everyone has it. You have it everywhere. It's only been piping and plumbing for 110 years, man. But y'all are really old. Y'all are like 4,000 years old. A little bit more, like 5,000. Um, because at the original time, it was 7 versions of sapien. Okay? It was Homo erectus, Homo this, Homo that, Homo. It was 7 monkeys or sapien type Jones. And so when humans when humans arrived, um, and we did derive from 2 alien races. The first one is Pleiades. It's 7 mothers. Okay, and why they're called the 7 mothers and Pleiades, and it's not just a constellation. You understand? Sagittarius is a zodiac sign, a constellation, a star, Sagittarius A, also known as the golden ratio, the perfect number, 1.1, no, 1.16, etc. Um, the picture of it's perfect. It's on my Facebook. It's on my Quantum Resonance Media page that I'm the owner of. It's the way the universe was drawn. Okay, so it's part of sacred geometry. It is the key to sacred geometry, actually. It's the linchpin math that I proved correct. So 1 times 1 is 2, Mr. Howard. You are absolutely right. It's incredible that an actor went on a computer, drew some shapes into the same shape while I watched it 2 years later and was floored by what he did, because he intrigued me and nothing really intrigued me at that moment. I was dead inside, like I had no soul, no passion, no desire, no creativity, no nothing. Um, but I was watching this shit on YouTube, and he took a shape and drew another shape in the same shape, and made a bigger version of the first shape, which was cool by itself if you think about it. And because all I did was take a shape, draw it over and over again into the same shape it was, to make the same shape that he started with, which is like a mind fuck, right? A conundrum, a palindrome, play on shapes. Um, a shape of a shape of a shape. A shape of a shape. I need a shape up. Um, let me stop. This is what's fun for me now, playing with the English language because it does so many things. Y'all fucked it up bad. Did you know there was 300 letters when it was when the 900 sounds happened in 1 second. That's when it was. The universe, or beginning of time, if you will, or the boom, or the sounds, or whatever. 1 second. Okay? Good enough? 1 second of time. That's when it was. But it was 900 sounds into 300 letters, 300 shapes, 300 symbols. Okay? That's when it was, the 1 second. 900 sounds became 300, 300, 300. Those things branched out as they did. Branched out, branched out, branched out, and all of a sudden it's 12,350 years in the future, and I traveled 14,000 years to get here 3 months ago in this sky again, and nobody's listening. But everybody heard me at one point. Everybody heard me use my mind. Think about that. Alright, humanity? Think about that. Because I ain't make a penny from quantum resonance media. It's only been open for 6 months. You ain't supposed to make $1 in the first year of business. But this is my LLC. The second one did pretty good. Not pretty good, but for the amount of time I invested in it, I made my money back, if you will. I didn't invest more than a year. I made my money back. I spent more than I should have building it because it was through Selvia, um, which is a scam artist. They they manipulate numbers in a way people don't pay attention to, and they think they're making money, but they're really not. Price for a drop shipping product in advance and being told you're making a profit. You understand what I've said? That's a whole mental ass rape, ain't it? Selvia tells people you'll make 80% profit. It's drop shipping. You make your own website. Everything's ran by AI. Wow, that sold me right there. This shit was like 2 years ago. Share this, y'all. Like, I'm trying to get this shit out there. It's a message in everything I say. You gotta understand, um, time is not infinite. You're not wrong about a lot. You're very wrong about few things. Problem is, over the 1,200 or 12,350 years that have passed on your timeline with your measurement of time that man created, that I don't pay attention to anymore because I can manipulate it and distort it or remove lines of distortion and or static to the human. To me, static is something else. Static, to me, it's funny because I'm gonna catch you up right now. When I said static the first time, which I've said it like 12 times now, the first time I said it, I smelt static. Okay? That's why it's different for me and you. That's why I'm not just a human body. But I digress. The first time I said it, on demand. This used to be very, very normal thing for me until I took medicine for 2 years because the doctor told me I had a problem, a diagnosis, if you must. It gave me a disability. You feel me? But I don't get a disability check. They just called me 4 days ago, and I was on the phone with the disability people. I was about to get my check finally. I was homeless. You understand? For a day, I slept outside. This is the second, third, fourth, fifth time I was homeless. This body. Um, so I smelled static. You said, yeah, y'all can't smell static, can you? Maybe some of y'all can. I'm curious. I want to know. This is the shit I want to know. Because I don't have all the answers. I know everything that's ever happened over 12,350 years. I do. I know where Atlantis is on Earth. I have those coordinates in my phone. I was going to pull something else up in my phone, but I got spun. So I didn't have nobody here keeping my focus on that task. I stopped, I got distracted, and came back here, and then my screen worked. So I saw myself, and I stopped, because I could listen to myself talk. And so can you. Which way? So, yeah, I smelled static, right? Which maybe for the ones who never smelled static and or electricity and or a current or a wave, an electrical wave function. A wave function is an I wrote on Facebook as a beautiful piece of art. It was an equation in your language, which is math. The language was math, yes. But you speak English, you say? Well, if you speak English, then you're just talking sound in 2026 American. So that's time and place, which gives you what and who and where and why and how, right? Right. So you don't speak English. You hear the English language. You don't write English. You write the American alphabet. Your American alphabet in 2026 AD is a whole mindfuck for me. And I figured this out 3 months ago too, fast. This is what I do with 1 mile an hour attraction over 3 months, okay? Not only did I perfect it, which makes it true, I created it because I run quantum resonance media, and I did it without even trying. Yeah, and I did it without even thinking. Yeah, and I have like 90 pages of notes that look absolutely insane because I was so out of control of my emotions and I just let it spill every which way. Like music was on, I was syncing with my music, I was singing my music, I was on YouTube, I was scribbling on the paper, I was making the crazy music with the crazy text, but every which way hit somebody that way, the way I needed it to at that time. You understand? I did it on purpose, bro. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't out of my mind. I needed to feel it like I was in order to release the danger, to release the bad, the negative impact thinking, all the emotion that carried it, all the trauma that brought along, all the bad things that made me think about or do or say or speak or act or think or spiral all the time, okay? That's my teachings. The spiral of time. Why time is not linear, why time is not a line, but it is. Let's draw that, shall we? So it's fun. This is kindergarten 102, okay? We had kindergarten 101 earlier, and they laughed. And they said, oh, ha ha ha, it's funny you say that. We've been waiting for school. And they didn't say those words, but that's what they conveyed. And it made me smile, you know, like it was a little banter. And share this shit, bro. Put this shit the fuck out there, because I'm not sharing. I can't even get my screen to come up. You feel me? It won't come up. And it wants me to cancel. I'm going to say no. Don't cancel. And I'm going to put it going down, but it don't come down. Now I'm swiping my screen, there it goes. Now it listens faster. Which brings me to you better know how, why, and what to say to train your LLM, language learning module, or learning language model, or Larry lux and ladybugs and all types of shit, right? So LLM is just a AI, okay? It's a brain. It's a supercomputer that Elon has built, connected it to an insane amount of satellites, put an insane amount of satellites into the sky at different points or orbits or amplitudes or distance or orbits or circles or spinning. You guys should design. Who wants to build that Michelangelo or that David thing where the guy's naked in the circle looking like a black slave who got in trouble? You know what I'm talking about. The Greek statue, that circle thing, that geometry spinny guy. I don't know the name. I'm no fucking scientist, you know? But I went to high school in Philadelphia, which is like training grounds of the Olympics of the future, in the desert wasteland that is great. You feel me? So if that happens, I'm set. I trained in Philly. You know what I mean? I went to culinary school in Philly, the Art Institute, which is what prestigious drawing. Um, I studied. I got my shit. I got my papers. I got papers from online University of Harvard and online University of Berkeley. One is about mostly Buddha, the people, the practice of ancient religion, or just focus and mental fortitude or strength, or they were mental champions. The monks were, they could raise their temperature 10 degrees with their mind. Think about that. These people have practiced for how long in these mountain, desolate, isolated areas with minimal things, no materials, no speaking, no words, no language, just total focus. And what they achieved with their mind is the changing of their body temperature plus or minus 10 de grados? No. We'll just say 10 Kelvin and or temperature. Feel me? So let's get back and keep going. So they raise the body temperature up 10 degrees or down 10 degrees at any given moment on demand, uh, very difficultly for them, even though they've mastered one of the numbers that are the challenge that 3D Gaia is playing as we speak, called frequency, vibration, and mental focus, 369, the Tesla idea, um, the hermetic laws, the as above so below mirror effect, um, the what's to the left is also to the right. The good comes with the bad, the yin and the yang. And when you turn it, it's the same picture. It's the same two squiggles. No, it's just a circle with a joint in half. And the joint represents unity, okay? In ancient times, and I mostly speak of either Greece or Atlantis and Egypt. So those are my three timelines that I remember. One makes me, well, we'll do it this way. They all make me human. They all make me the one. And every answer in between is just 1.1.00 and repeat with the go backwards upside down. Okay? And now, where the fuck was I? So, shit. I do this all the time now. Hold on. I forgot. Somebody saved me. Streets is about that, my baby. Um, shit, man. See, this is why I don't like to fuck with y'all. um, so I forgot what I was saying. I'm saying so much. Yeah. So, oh, I got three timelines. You know, vividly, and this just happened 3 months ago, guys, and brings me back to Sarah. So I've been watching Sarah for 2 years on YouTube. I didn't used to fuck with YouTube at all, but then I was like, hey, it's really some smart shit on here. It's different, okay? Because my TV got boring at the time, and I really only watched like 4 or 5 things. At least 3 or 4 of them is cartoons, like American Dad, South Park, Rick and Morty, and there's one more. No, there's a couple more cartoons after that. American Dad, Rick and Morty, South Park, and then there's a couple cartoons after that are true, you know? Like Simpsons been on for 20 years. Simpsons are Illuminati. Simpsons do predict the future. Isn't that funny? How many times have the Simpsons gotten it right? Because all of what I said is 100% true. This is why I don't lie. And when I get serious, you should pay attention. But I've been serious for a fucking minute now. I don't have a job, about to run out of money. Um, I've been on the street for like 4 days now. My girlfriend kicked me out with the cops. Yeah, you feel me? So I'm on the street for 4 days again with the cops chasing me in Ben Salem, PA. And they're harassing me, but they ain't gonna beat me because I know my stuff. It's a lot of law you need to learn, guys, because they're coming for us. They're trying to, but they don't know. I declared my sovereignty, and it was accepted by the president. And I didn't even sign the paperwork. I just sent him an email, a couple texts, and told him what he wanted to hear. You feel me? But I needed to for a reason. You know what I mean? Because the shit I know will get you killed if you don't do it the right way. You feel me? Don't try this at home. You ain't as good as me. No one is. I got that power. You don't have it until I die. I'm going to die in like 60, 70 years. And by that time, do some math. MAFF. Take off my reading glasses because I no longer need them in service. My eyes are getting better all of a sudden without them. It's fun. Not for me. It makes me focus. I'm gonna probably put some music on too. So, how many? 70. 70. I can't think in my own head, guys. I can't. You got this air so jacked up with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi, that I hear alien sounds. I hear sound waves in my ear that ain't there. I hear people scream now. I hear data going through the air. No, I feel the data because it's static to me. But static is a smell, and I smelt it just then too when I touched my nose as I said it. That's how strong I am. I used to smell all the time. The earliest time I had a smell was the dirtiest smell I ever will smell. It is a real smell. The mafia used to know this smell real specific. My words are, understand that, please. Now, the mafia used to smell this smell when they opened the trunks of their 1970s cool Cadillac after they just whacked somebody with a 22 and it's been sitting in there since they finished mom's spaghetti last night. You understand? So that kind of smell. The next day, though, after it's been baking in Las Vegas desert because they're digging a hole where nobody knows. You feel me? Remember, Tone was a criminal in his 20s, up to 25. And then I started going the other way, slowly, the same speed, right? So fast, distance runner, longevity, but 1 mile an hour traction, but stupid smart, right? SMRT. which leads me to this. I took a 45-minute ride with Tara while we were fighting. And we stopped fighting, and I told her, bitch, I was like, yo, let's go. We're going outside. We're going to take a ride. We're going to get the fuck out the house. We're going to shut the fuck up. We ain't going to talk to each other. No, we ain't. No, you shut that the fuck down, too. And she stopped. But she didn't. She didn't argue or disagree or talk. But she paid attention. And she listened. And she heard. So, she went out the door, right? And we left. We went down the stairs, all 3 flights. We got their broken ass car that used to be a tank, but she fucked it up. And it's still a tank on a fucking crutches, dog. Bad. Bad. It leaks power steering fluid like a whole bottle in 2 hours. Cost me $5 I don't have because I don't have a job. She's on disability, makes $1,000 a month. And I don't have a job. But I had home health care, but I was supposed to clock in, and then wound up getting a little funny because we got 6 phones and 3 apps, and we're only supposed to clock in on 1. 3 apps on 3 phones, clocking in once, and we didn't clock in on time. My schedule was manic. You should see my clock in and out of work. I was working at Keystone, the Keystone State, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, such and such, yes. The 250th birthday, America's Freedom, brought to you by Mr. Ben Franklin. On Ben Franklin's birthday kind of deal, something, celebration time, right? And just imagine all that, right? That's why I gotta be heard, right? You understand? Everybody gotta hear me real quick, guys. As they told me, I got to the end of the year to accomplish something I did as of like yesterday. But let's be honest, I've been doing this for a long time, and that yearly deadline yesterday, doing a mission I've done a million times, a million ways in a million bodies here on Earth. I've been other places, like I took a trip for a reason. Facebook doing whoever's seen it when I was in the Hyperloop flying through space. For those of y'all that don't know what a Hyperloop is, I keep thinking it's a piece of hair and it's my plant. You see that? I keep going to touch it. Yeah, it tricked me. My mind's playing tricks on me. Ha ha, town. So I digress. The Hyperloop, I didn't learn about this fucking thing until 3 months ago. My chef told me. My chef is a technical term for someone with respect in my field. My field was culinary. I respect cooking very much because it's an art form. It's beauty. It's food, which is vitamins and nourishment and good for you. Oh, it's exciting, right? But it's also made with love by the person or the creator or the artist or whoever's cooking that dish, right? Or food. Everything's a circle. Everything. If you think about it, it's all a big circle. It's the spiral of time, but time isn't linear. It does reference linear, which is a line. So we'll go back to drawing because I never picked up my pen. I hope y'all are following. So we were going to draw 2 things. We were going to draw a line, but it's not linear. It's not time. The line is not time. You understand? Thank you. The spiral is time. Then what is the line? Very good. Squirrel. Take my class. Nobody paid me. Everybody stole it from me. And took my fucking advancement of humanity. Didn't pay me for it. I still don't have a job. I am homeless for 4 days. And I'm broke. I need money. I'm hoping this works because I don't have a job. I need a job. Friday, I gotta see the judge for a traffic violation, but I'm sovereign, and I'm gonna talk to him nice and calm, and I'm gonna give him the answer he desires because I know what he wants. but they're not going to roof me. They ain't going to put me in jail because they don't have the right to because I am sovereign. And if they have a problem after that, I'll present them paperwork. If they have a problem after that, I'll let them talk to my lawyer. If they have a problem after that, I'll tell them I'm the living man. If they have a problem after that, I will point them back to said paper. If they have a problem after that, I'll point them to my lawyer, which will give them another answer. If they have a problem after that, I'll tell them I'm not the living man. I'm just Anthony Hughes. If they have a problem with that, I'll show them my fucking ID and tell them they have the wrong paperwork, and therefore your shit's inadmissible in the court of the Commonwealth that we live in, and or the judge who doesn't have the power because I'm sovereign, and the paperwork that isn't valid because it was their paperwork, or my paperwork which now is valid, which I win, or my paperwork which isn't valid because I didn't sign, you say? Oh, well, that's fine because it is valid because Donald Trump accepted it. Why? Because he stole my treasury money back from the program code I was hacking to get money that he erased before. When I went to sleep, he was in reprogramming to make work that I then ripped apart and made better, while my treasury money was coded into it. And now all the emails for it are gone, the program's gone. I do have the code still, but not with the money in it. So I've revamped the code since then, and I don't even write computer code for like 2 weeks religiously because it's fun. It's a different language I didn't know, but I knew 50,000 languages because letters, numbers, and symbols used to be all sound ever was, which used to be 1 second. Or no, it happened at 1 second. I apologize. It happened at 1 second. What happened? 300 numbers, 300 sound, or 300 letters, symbols. 300 letters, 300 numbers, 300 symbols. I still haven't written anything down, but we've told a lot of stuff so far. Keep up, squirrel. We ain't never gonna be as good as me. Nobody is. So, I digress. I'm sorry. I don't want to flex. I don't want to boast. I don't want to claim nothing. I need money because it's a tool for me to be heard. I need to talk because I have every answer humanity could ever want. If you want to ask me what's the meaning of life, the meaning of life is to evolve and to become the next version of humanity. How do you do that, you say? How do I do it, or how do you do it? It's two different answers, but nobody's asking me the question. So, I'll stop talking and thinking. If I don't get a job by Friday, I'll stop talking and thinking and YouTubing, and I'll throw my device in the river with the bodies that are in there, because I got at least one on 2 coasts. I've lived in California, Ventura, when I was from year 99 to 2000. I was 17, 18, 19, 20. Lived in Ventura, California, where they filmed that cool movie at the governor building, or the mayor center or something. It was just one political building in Ventura. It was 2 streets. It was really cool. It was like 136,000 people in the late 90s, or early 2000s. I love Tupac. I used to love music. I would blast all the music in my earphones and sing it a cappella down the street and stop cars, bro. Yeah. I got so much story about music. Went to school with Siobhan, who's a Miss Jade. I bought drugs on making the band. I did all this before he was famous. When I say drugs, I bought wet. That's the first time I bought. No, that's the second time I smoked wet. The second point in time. So I smoked. I didn't like it then, but I smoked it for a month, and then I came home and cried to my mom for like hours. So I don't know what to do, Mom. I stopped doing it the next day. She told me everything was going to be okay. You're fine, honey. You'll be okay. And the next day I was cool, and I never smoked it again. That shit puts holes in your brain. It's the size of pins. This girl that I had relations with, Her name was April. She was a lesbian. She shot up the welfare office. She just got out of jail. Shout out to April. It's good, queen. Um, she from Philly. She from down there. She used to be a boss, and that's besides the story. She shot up the fucking welfare office because she was smoked wet that time, and they didn't issue her welfare card. But she was so frazzled and distraught and broken at this point because she's had bad time, bad time, bad time. But she knows she used to be a boss, and she knows she has that power. And I'll stop there because everything else after that is true, and what I said is true. So I digress. Yeah, so she was smoking wet because she was gone at that point. She had given up. You know what I mean? And she was smoking it for a while, but this one snapped her. You know what I'm saying? This one time smoking that wet because she hit that crucial, pivotal moment, that absolute zero, that event horizon. Okay, that moment, that's it. That time, and she snapped. She had a gun. She was at the welfare office. They told her, "No, we don't got your card on you," and she lost it. They probably didn't say it like that. It might have been a little mad or nasty, something, but It wasn't that they said no. It wasn't that she was denied her card. It wasn't that she was probably hungry as shit. It wasn't that she needed to eat and had nowhere else to go. It wasn't that she had a gun. It wasn't that she smoked wet. It wasn't that she was frazzled and or out of her mind. It wasn't that she could hear things. It wasn't that she was around me. It wasn't that she was there at all, because she was born wet. She was mentally unstable. She was totally insane. She was uncontrollable person, not able to control her body with her mind at all, because she was taken over at that point. Something got her. They said something to her, snacking was her trigger point, and she shot the fuck out the fucking the welfare office. Anybody get hurt? She went to jail. She just got out, and all the rest of it's true. But the point is, it's this kind of trauma in people's lives, and when they're on substances that alter the chemistry of their brain to the point where there's needle holes in your brain, it does something to a person, and it scars the brain permanently with a hole the size of a needle. And most of y'all can't grow your brain back. Them electric shocks, currents, them splices, them thoughts, them thousand currents that you think of every day and do while you maneuver a body of water, 75%, it just didn't work anymore. And she shot the fucking joint up. And she did her time, she paid her dues, and that's the first time she went to jail. You know what I'm saying? It's not the first time she snapped. It's not the first time she went crazy. It's not the first time she shot a gun. She's a gangster from the hood. And she's black, you know what I mean? And she's a lesbian, and she's a boss. And she still goes back home to buy her drugs, her D-drugs. The whole world is on drugs. The whole world creates drugs. America's government was the first smuggler of heroin to America via the Vietnam War, or the war machine, or the industrial complex, or the political contracting partners, or those shady white guys, or the people in charge of your future and or humanity's decisions. Those are just 13 families of the elite royal blood. Why do I know that? Read your history. That's all I gotta say. And which brings me back to my circle. I would love to have a job, some type of unknown history for humanity, whatever way you want. I could talk about it, podcast, pay me. I could video it, YouTube, pay me. I could talk about it in a TED Talk. Pay me. I could go for hours. Pay me. I could have. I don't work. I'll stop talking and I'll throw away my phone and do it, blow my brains out because I'm homeless for 4 days now and I ain't got no food. I ain't got no weed. I ain't got no house. Nothing's in my name. I don't make money. I'm dead serious right now. My companies haven't made a dime. None of them. I only did business as all three a little bit. I made Bare Essentials jewelry. It launched. I didn't like it, but it was good. But I didn't make it. Laura did, and I didn't really pay her. I burned her at the end because I'm from Philly, and I turned my shit off because it was the second time she had made it. She cost me like almost $2 grand at this point. It had been a good 3 months. She made it twice. She fucked up the first time, fucked up the second time because it didn't really work. We ordered from it and tested it, and they sent us some bullshit for $15. They sent us this rinky-dink chain she didn't even order. She ordered a pendant, didn't get her pendant, got a chain instead. Chain wasn't worth $15, it was worth 3 cents. So I spent $15 for a chain worth 3 cents, $2,000 for a website built twice in 6 months total. Got open, good products, finally did it, spent too much money and too much time. So I said, fuck you, we're done. And I'm not paying you at the end. I owe you 150 bucks. Something like that, 75, 150, whatever. No, I ain't paying you. You did this shit twice, Lord. And then you bitch me up on my YouTube, on my music. Fuck you, bitch, you feel me? And then the extra fuck you bitches, I still ain't paying you. But you did a great job the second time. Yeah, but you took 6 months and $2 grand to do it. You feel me? That's unacceptable where I'm from. We got rules over here. You know what I mean? We do shit fast. We get it done the first time because we only accept excellence. But Tara ain't excellent. She is now. She is now. She's been excellent for 3 days. That bitch is worn the fuck down. Mentally, she worn down. Physically, she's got 2 spinal fusions from giving birth to her second baby because he was like too big. You feel me? Yeah, 2 spinal fusions. L4 and something 7. S7, L4, L4, L9? L4, L9. Yeah, 2 of them. The scar on this woman's back, ew, I've never seen a bigger one in my life. Which brings me back to my 6-month ascension where we started talking, right? So my 6-month ascension was crazy. Made me crazy. I felt crazy. I was diagnosed with crazy by your doctors that I do not respect because they give me medicine that turns me into a zombie. It manipulates my brain chemistry, which they say fixes me, but it makes me emotionless, makes me a sociopath again. And I trained not to be one because I feel very hard. Right now, I don't get my chills like I used to. I don't have the passion like I used to, but I'm passionate about different stuff now, and I'm not doing it. I'm sitting on my couch, not getting paid. On my couch because I'm not at this house, because I'm not him. I'm just Tone in a body of what? 75%. Fighting a legal battle again. I got 2 or 3 open legal cases. 2 right now. One of them is good. It's already gotten thrown out, but I gotta go one more time. This one is for a traffic violation. I already know how I'm gonna beat it without legalese, and if he doesn't accept that, then I'll hit him with the legalese. And when he doesn't accept that, or he'll challenge me, it's fine. I'll out wordsmith him. You know what I mean? And with respect and all that, head down, total giving him the power but keeping the power. Yeah, that's why it'll be nice. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna have a public defender. I'm just gonna represent myself because I always rumbled the law. I used to be a criminal for 25 years. So during my ascension process, I had that feeling again. I wanted to go out and play. You know what I mean? I wanted to go out and play with the bad kids. Me and Tara were homeless, and Bucks County Council, Opportunity Council, put us in this hotel. They help out, the misfortune ones. This is why I want to be an activist in criminal justice, if you will. I want to be an activist for people that got wronged by the criminal system. This is ruthless. I'll tell you why soon. You can't treat people like that, first off. I'm not even going to tell the story. I'm going to my section. It's a good story. This was a tones ascension process, which was why I created Quantum Resonance Media in the first place. But my LLC is listed with the EIN, registered with the IRS, with the agent. Absolutely, agents everywhere. Everyone's my agent. If you understand that, that's kind of funny. So I don't got no TV deal. I used to be beautiful. I could talk for hours. I could sing. I could rap, or I could tell amazing, interesting stories that make sense, or confuse everyone. You know what I mean? Some people get it, some people don't. This is how it's going to be. It's always going to be the answer. What's left is right, what's up is down. It's just the way it is. It's a circle. Up, down, left, right, and a circle. That's a crest, or a circle, or a shield, or a... Right? Right. So, keep your line and keep your spiral. So for those doing like 3D texture mapping or something of that sort, spiral, line, and it's a real shape. So it's like a screw, a translucent screw, Terry. So Mr. Howard, the actor guy, we gotta make him make on the computer that he was using when we did ancient geometry, right? And you found that void space. You won't imagine what I've already done. I've literally gotten back in my phone in real time while feeling crazy, looking crazy, knowing I'm not, feeling I am, thinking I'm not, hearing I am, because I was fighting terror or whatever, acting like a nut. She had every reason to scream at me, but I was loud. But I wasn't crazy. I was loud. But the neighbors don't like it, so she was bitching. So she was bitching, and I was extra loud screaming at her. Now I'm angry too. So I'm loud, screaming, being angry. So I'm sounding dirty, which was, I was aggressive. I was all that. Fighting back with her. I wasn't in her face. I was nowhere near her. We used to scream at each other bloody murder through the house that I'm not at because I don't live here. And I have moments before it. It's real. She kicked me out. She kicked me out, bro. The cops. So, my ascension, no. That shit is real, bro. Why am I on the couch? I'm at my friends, bro. I don't have friends. This is band though, alright? It's my friend's band though, alright? That's all you need to know. I ain't even in Philly anymore. Been everywhere, bro. Both sides of the country. Dominican Republic for 3 years. I've been born in Colorado. I've been to over half the states in the country. People that live in this city don't even go down to Center City to see where our independence was born, where freedom was born, by some incredible thinkers of their time. And mind you, it was really just a group of people that were already banished, hidden, underground, winning wars quietly, invisible as a champion, if you will. So it's one French guy. We went to see his beautiful display, if you will, down in Center City. It's the first Masonic temple and the prettiest architecture, construction, design, blueprints, first Masonic temple in the world. just a really nice building in Philly. Most people don't go to Center City that live here. Ain't that weird? Because it's a huge destination spot. It's not that huge of a destination spot. They don't make as much money as you think they would. And not that many people really, per capita, per square foot, it don't touch the top 10. That's how much money it makes. But it's that important, you say? Not for us. Most people that live here don't even visit. That's how much this shit don't mean to them. But it should. And I'll ask why. So Masonry and Freemasons, or those techniques, those studies, are, they take so long to do. They've been doing Freemasonry since Europe. The time in Europe, back in like early Bavaria, where this guy named Adam W. invented Freemasonry. Yes, he did. I wrote the book on it. I told you what my author name is. You figure out which book it is. It could only be one of two. There's only two books there that I could have wrote that will give you the answer of what I'm talking about right now. And if you get the answer, there's one person here. Who? Oh, he left. He left. Bitch. I got 4 Johns though. So I'm gonna keep going. Because it's 4 to 1 me. 1 being the computer, 4 being me. Or 4 being me, 1 being the Donald Duck. Or 4 being me, 1 being somebody else. Me beating the computer. Because y'all are fucked. Real shit. Y'all got 1,650 minus 70 years left that this planet has spinning before she dies, because y'all killed it. And the only other option you have, and this I know to be true, because I don't lie. I'm not him. Don't call me Jesus. Y'all already did. I didn't like it. I'm not Jesus. Kanye West thought he was a black Jesus. And then went crazy because the Illuminati chased him around and ruined his life because he fucked with a Kardashian, and they ruined every guy's life. But I had a tarot for 10 years, and that bitch made me crazy. Crazy bonkers. I took medicine to turn me emotionless so we could get along better for 2 years. I took medicine via a needle in my bloodstream. Now, against my rules, that is. I don't respect American pharmaceutical companies. I don't respect what they do. I don't believe in their medicine or their practice that they get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to do to people when it's just medical practice. What you fucking mean, practice? You gonna practice on me? No, bro. What? You gonna do what? Give me a needle? What's the needle gonna do? Alter the chemistry in my brain? You could do that as a doctor? Ew, that's dangerous. What do you do to people? Well, the American pharmaceutical company created the addiction that is opiates. The American pharmaceutical company and the FDA have approved drugs, which everyone says don't do, but the whole world's on. Follow me, right? Follow me, right? Check this shit out. So, now my screen won't work again. Oh, there it goes. Alright, I'll be right back. Say hi much. Psst, psst, psst. Hey, pretty guy. You hear me too, don't you? Oh, you see his ears? He jumped out. Yeah, that's daddy. So cats are special for a couple of reasons. So if you notice your history, and you know your shit, right? This is how smart everybody really is, because I think you all squirrels. And you are, to me. It's okay. I don't mean no disrespect. You are born into bondage. You chase paper money or coin that don't, they're not real. It's not real. It's not admissible. It's not currency. Because at the end of the day, currency was created by the Greeks as a system, and it created a lot of things, and a lot of things were good in ancient Greece. But coinage was just created. Currency was just made. No, coinage was already there. People accepted circular gold pieces as value at that time for a while. Greeks didn't make coinage. In Atlantean, we had coinage, but it was like more like shells. It was like mermaid shells. I don't know why I'm saying this because I've never said this, but I do speak truth. So somebody look into this shit, right? So mermaids were real. 100% they were real. I have the picture. It's crazy. Crazy. I didn't study it for long. I studied it for like 3 minutes. The Terra. Uh, 3 days ago, actually. 3 minutes for 3 days. That's funny. To go. Because I was homeless for a day, but I've been homeless for 4 days now. And thank God I got somewhere to sleep tonight, because I did sleep at the church one day and the cops kicked me out. They brought me my stuff, which I believe is illegal. You can't take my stuff. Really? They could just pick up my stuff when it's outside because I wasn't in the house? But they had removed me from where I lived. That's not cool. They were allowed to remove me. They had paperwork. So I left peacefully. And I slept outside that night at the church. I was so free. I was light. I was happy. I accomplished work. I made a couple dollars that day. Bought some cigarettes. Ate a little bit of food for the first time in a couple of days, actually. 2 days. It's the first time I ate when I was homeless. Yeah, I had bawled my face out for like an hour and a half right at the top of the driveway. And mind you, I'm like Tesla right now. In Tesla's time, when he was super smart, creating shit like that changed the world, but most of his stuff didn't get made at all. They just stole from him and did their own thing. And advanced humanity came far, and he was known as a genius in his time. But he was a madman, you say. He talked to aliens, you say. Did he also say he was thousands and thousands of years old? Because I've never studied Tesla. I just know his work. I know his work only because of the internet. That's all. The internet connects everyone to everything, every way possible. Through data and Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. And www.gl.com with a Google in front of it. And I already made my own website and the word cloud. I've been at it. Good. I'm covered up like 7-Up with the double up, all the way up with the stuff in the back, all stuffed in like stuffing in cornbread. And I'm starting to smell that smell again. I smelled at 17. And it's death in the air. And why I know that smell is because when I was 17, I smoked this first thing for the first time and I didn't like it. And I knew instantly what it was, but I had not hurt anyone ever. And I've never murdered anyone ever. And I was not a blood gangster for the 77th Street in IFGB ever. I do not know Tanai. I do not know a psycho blood, if you will, I was not affiliated with any crew, ever. I did not do anything wrong, ever. And I am smart and him, okay? So, I never hurt nobody. But I stabbed somebody 3 times when I was 17 and he deserved it. And he knows who he is if he sees this. And we went to school together. And he fucked my girl. Not when I was with her, but I was with her for 5 years. It was my first girlfriend. But that's cool. I stabbed you 3 times. You almost died. You should have died. You lucky I brought a small knife. That's where I stand. I hope no regrets over it. He deserved it. He earned it. And he bought it. And he got it. And he's lucky I didn't kill him. And all that's true. And he came looking for me. And he fucked my girl after I broke up with her while she was in college. Way after I forgot about her. So that was nothing against me. That's why I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Go ahead, fuck that bitch. I don't care. She was hot too. Real hot. 19. I still remember what the shape of her breasts. They were like teardrop Rosie Perez Jones from that movie. That's what they looked like. That was the shape. She was a white girl though. I played with her tits and advisor. You know what I mean? It was awesome. She was great. We were together 5 years. It was good. It was my first girlfriend. First real girlfriend. You know what I mean? I treat girls very good. Not this one though. She's something different. She's the worst thing I ever been challenged with in my life. She's the ultimate anti-chump. But I get that. She's everything I'm not. She fights with me like she's me. Yeah, she's my ultimate challenge of a problem that I've already solved. So she's the perfect girlfriend for me, almost, because she's the opposite of what I ever had my whole life. And all I had was 12s. And this is just 1 to 5. She's like 3. She's right there in the middle. It's cool. She's a white girl from Bucks County. I hate them. I've been here 10 years. But I'm from Philly. Really, I was born in Colorado. I just landed back in Philly all the time. Usually every 3 years was my pattern. I moved somewhere, stay there 3 years, move back to Philly. Move somewhere else, stay there 3 years, move back to Philly. If you do the math, you can really tell how many times I moved. I moved over 40 times in my life. Only 45. It's true, I lived in over 40 places in my life. It's a real rap. When I was with my father, only years from 1 to 17, and then it's 2 more times totaling 2 years total. So 3 to 6 months, and then 3 to 6 months, that's it. So it was half of what I said, equaling the number that I meant both ways. So I digress. I forgot what I was saying. My ascension, right? I'm tired, bro. No, I'm bored. I need a job. And I sent out a lot of shit, bro. Like I sent out emails like crazy, man. I got 12 different emails. I only got like 2 now. Alright? I got 1 LLC I do business as, but my lawyer represents us right now. I am my lawyer with 10 maxims and new laws every day. There's like 6 different sets of law books I read. Commercial law, now law, Commonwealth law, internet law, which is just law right now. Or if they changed it, that's okay. I haven't been on the internet yet, but I'm on the YouTube where I was the thought behind Street Philosophy Radio. I was the creator of Quantum Resonance Media. I am a master at it. I studied all the philosophies. I know all the histories, because I was there. I taught the philosophies when I was there. I remember Hermes being small, like 12 years old, a master at Hermetics already. And he was like my star pupil. He was the second favorite pupil of mine. There was one more, and I don't remember, but it was a female. And I want to say it was Ophelia. That's what I'm hearing in my head. I'm hearing a girl scream, "It's Ophelia, Tone!" And in a voice I'm familiar with, 100%. So, if it's Ophelia, that's just one of the mothers of humanity. I'm gonna write that on a different paper because I already got those answers and I lost them. So it's been Ophelia, and I already told you Isis holds the seed. I wanted to say Isis wears the crown, but she doesn't. I wore the crown. I was in Atlantis. Isis holds the seed of humanity. But there was seven, not eight, seven. There was seven seeds. Okay? So I'll do that, and we can both do that. And then I gotta draw my spiral and my line. So everybody in class, draw the spiral and the line. And this is why I wanted to be an intern at college when I called them 2 days ago. I didn't want to go to class. I wanted to be an intern or a teacher like I was. Or you could pay me to be an ancient like historian or scribe, which I was online as me playing a role, jumping in someone else's game online that I don't really go on, but I had like 6 different Facebook profiles over the years. The one I use is Anthony Hughes Jr. with the white coat. That's the one I use now with the good hair. Not currently. And anyway, I was weird when I was going through it. This during that 14,000 year wake up process when I had already been hit with the beam. Sarah Hall told me it was coming a month before that, and I got excited because I knew she was talking to me, bro. She didn't know she was talking to me, but she felt me and heard me when I was watching. You know what I'm saying? I believe a lot of people have had that similar experience, and or the other side of it, which is that static part, the glitch, the part of the time and or matrix simulation mode that we live in or don't or do before I moved the distortion line of time, the static that everybody was hearing, that distortion line, I pinpointed it, the exact moment it occurred. And shit, I hope I remember I'm not reading this from a book anymore. I'm taking this from memory. This one's a little fuzzy still, all right? So bear with me. So what I did, I'm gonna film myself even though I don't want to, just so you can see I'm not reading from a book. The book is right there. I haven't used it this whole time. This whole time it's been from my mouth. And I can rap with my mouth, but I don't get paid for it yet. I should. I should get paid for it. My music's amazing. I think so. I made it. What's up, Munch? My cat's going crazy right now. I'll tell you why cats are so important to Egyptians and me, which will create the circle, right? Check these shit out. These are Ben Franklin glasses. I'm gonna sue Warby Parker. Do you want me to do it right now? I got devices and I'm just being lazy at 6:30. 9 minutes early, yeah. I heard the TV say that one. Somebody said it 9 minutes early. I heard the TV, not the people that time. That's why it's different. Because y'all been hearing me. I know. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. I can't be blamed for that. It's not my fault you hear my thoughts. You got Wi-Fi on. You got Bluetooth on. You got the air mucky as shit. And the people that's hearing me, I'm sorry I was at 4 hertz. Humans can't hear 4 hertz. And the people that could still hear me are special. Because humans can't, or shouldn't, I say, or used to not be able to hear 4 hertz. Because now there are humans that could hear 4 hertz, and I proved it because those people did hear me think, which I proved fair dad and were correct though, 100%, because I already knew. You feel me? Which is why I know all past. I know when I've lived. I know when I wasn't living. I know who I was and who I wasn't. At that point or distance or measurable moment of human time on Gaia that doesn't live forever. She only lives 14,000 years. She'll live another 5,000 if we terraform her, not Mars. Elon wants to terraform Mars. He has that company, that money, that ability, and is already planning that plan and in process. He's doing it already, right? But his is about Mars. To me, I already, what woke me up, that 14,000 years of knowledge, the heart of it was the heartbeat I still feel for the love of Mars. Understand? So compute that. Process that shit. I heard, still hear or feel dead Mars heartbeat. I feel it. I feel that love. I feel that connection. You feel me? They used to have the ancient technology. They were the first versions of the humans, or the gods that evolved from said humans. You feel me? Somebody fact check all this shit because I'm just talking crazy, Neil. This is not crazy. Something was on Mars. Elon Musk knows this, which makes it true. Why? Because he spends his fortune that he made off of the best cars that I can improve with my good stuff. So Elon, if you get this, somebody get Elon, you get this fucking joint, hit me the fuck up, because I've had 10 of you Elons online on this app, on that phone, on this one, or the president watching behind my back, in front of my face while I let him, because I don't use a VPN. You feel me? Yeah, I'm smart, bro. And if you just focus me for like 3 months at a time on a specific project that we both agree on, I can make you tons and tons more money. I can get you to Mars faster. I can give you 100% guarantee every pinpointed coordinate on Mars's grid of every freaking pyramid that ever was built, because it was like and gears and rods and spinny things like clocks. So it was clock technology back when Mars was alive before she died, which I still hear her heartbeat. That's why everything has a vibration and or frequency and or sound and or everything. Okay? Circle. So when Mars was alive, now I'm great at space and or technology. I am great at mapping space. I'm great at finding the amplitude of phi, the golden ratio, as a numerical value and or integer of 1.1653. I'm guessing the last three. It is 1.16. It is 538. No, now I'm just gonna go 7655321 and stop. So I don't lose my train of thought. If you hook me up with a job, you can pay me peanuts. You can make me an internship, give me domicile and residency in your cool houses that I used to want to go to Horseshoe Bend and do like trailer home, but container home. You feel me? You know what I mean? Or don't pay me and just put me in one, and I'll work for you forever for food and water and fun whenever I want, once a week with a black card, twice with the green card. Just give me $5,000, 2 days, and let me go play. Just tell me don't be bad, or else I'll go be a gangster. because I miss it. Miss going outside. I miss camaraderie. Miss having friends. I don't have no friends no more. That's why during when we was at the hotel, them 6 months, intense moments, man. Stupid intense, like heavy. I needed to pay attention, heavy, like closely. Look with your eyes and make sure this is real, right? Because I'm still not sure if we live in a simulation or the Matrix or real life, and if this isn't even life, because I've lived it already, and it's just disgusting what I see. It's the devil's playground, and it entices me. You understand? And on Facebook, I showed that during a tragic time of my life because I was working at a place I thought was good for me. I was I was cooking for these white people, right? I hate white people, by the way. I hate myself sometimes. I hate myself right now. I'm sitting on the couch talking on YouTube, making no money, just trying to take care of a disabled woman who's half broke, sleeps all the time. She's on methadone. I hate that. I don't mind that she's broken. I told her I'll take care of her for her whole life. I'm always gonna be there. So you can't do shit. Um, I don't talk to her no more. She broke up with me. She put me out on the street 5 days ago. Um, I spent 4 days outside. It was hard. I didn't eat. I had nowhere to go. I didn't have none of my stuff. I ain't had no money. I had the cops chasing me with my bag when I wasn't at the church, and they took my stuff behind my back without me knowing and brought it right to me. How did they know where the fuck I was, bro? Because they were watching me for a long time. And like, I'm like, yo, why you fucking know where I'm at, right? I'm on the phone with disability right now. I'm homeless. On the phone, charging my phone at the fucking store, out front, not bothering nobody, trying to get a disability check so I don't drown, because I'm gonna be homeless. You know what I'm saying? If I don't get a job very soon. Tara's gonna be homeless too. And that's not cool. She's disabled, bro. She's got a broken spine that doctors put back together very well for when it was. She was down for like 6 months. She couldn't walk right. She still can't walk right. They fucked her foot up saying they was gonna fix it. And I yelled at that doctor. He's lucky I don't bring a lawsuit. Maybe I might. Tara don't want me to. That's why he's lucky. But I'm not with Tara no more. I'm just an activist. I'll fight you if I get bored, and I am. You're lucky I got a fucking YouTube. It ain't, I don't like doing shit no more. I don't like being on film. I'll be on camera for money. Which brings me to Nat, Mr. Nat, the director's called Bull. I'm going to hit you up very shortly, sir. I got stories for you. I got screenplays. Um, I have a beautifully written screenplay about Miss Sarah finding the capstone. The character's name in the book is Sarah. I didn't release the book yet, but I wrote 9, all different kinds. It was try to inspire or spark a fuse or a connection between me and Tara at the time. It's like 3 years ago. The pen name is the last name of my grandfather, Rocky, who I knew for 3 years of my whole life. So I've been alive 44, almost 45 years. I've been alive for a long time. A lot longer than that. A lot many times. So for 3 years of this life in this body of 44 years, 3 of them, I knew my grandfather. My grandfather. His name was Rocky. Ventura, California. Rocco Martrali. He was there for a long time. Had a little post office type joint, like a like a like a U.S. box or a FedEx or a mail service or a Western Union and a notary, that type of joint. You know what I mean? I think he got here like in the 50s, I believe. Mind you, I didn't know him very long, so I only knew him for 3 years. So I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure he got here in the 50s. My mom said yeah, so Got here in the 56 or 55. I'll look it up later if you don't want to. But he got here at 55 in Ventura, California, and I got there in 99. And I was there for 3 years. It was awesome. But it was the first time I really noticed how bad cancer does to people. Meanwhile, I smoke cigarettes. I smoke like a three-quarter pack a day. I've already accepted to myself I might have emphysema and or what is that called? COPD. I think I have breathing problems when I get really old. It's okay. I accepted that a long time ago. Heard it, thought it in my head, and fought the fight in the war. You know. So I knew him for 3 years, right? And he had colon cancer. He was already sick. He was already terminal. It was already too late. His spirit was something to be proud of, you know. I was glad I got to know. I don't have family. My dad is a piece of shit, just like me. I'm not a piece of shit no more. I'm an intellectual. I'm a free thinker. I'm a spark. I'm just a light. I'm just an atom in space, bro. Which brings me back to NASA sending me my picture of my consciousness because I sent them something. I called them, right? This is what I did in real life while Tara thought I was going crazy. I was just displaying what I needed people to see at the time because I needed to be heard or listened to or let me write shit down for a job or pay me or I can't be homeless again, guys. That's how I lived the first time. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. Not again. I'm going to live the opposite. Over here. Different. Left-handed. In the masonry. As the 33rd and a 3rd degree master of 369 technique that I do 1, 2, 3 right now. That I've done 5, 9, 12 before or 6, 9, 12. No, 5, 6, 9, 12, 15. No, 5, 6, 9, 12, 15. I lose it after that because I get too confused of where I am. But you get the gist, like 369, 3, 1, 2, 3, 369, 9, 12, 15. Thank you. 3, 6, 9, 9, 12, 15, 18, 3, 6, 9, 9, 18, 32, 3, 6, 9, 9, 3, 12, 15. I lose it. I can't. So if you're testing me, this is my test for myself. I try to spin myself sometimes with numbers or letters, you know, because that's what trips me up nowadays. The English language is so ambiguous. My math is crazy looking. My math is crazy looking for a reason. I could read it sometimes, but it means a lot of different things all the time. It's a representation of math in your language, letters, numbers, or symbols in ancient times, which are 28 characters in English. It's like 600 characters in China, which, if I told you what the computer does to my stuff behind my back, you'd be scared to teach your AI too. I create the language model. Elon has created something called the Starlink, which brings me to the satellites. They're everywhere. Put a lot of them up there, really far, and they're really good ones. And they're going to be there for a while. And they do have their own orbit. And they do send signals. And they receive signals. And they hear signals. And they broadcast signals. This is all real. What it does on Earth, That's what it does in space. See, this is why me and him gotta fuck with each other. Because we can go back and forth and we can make live at the same time with people on it at the same time for the first time together at the same time. Understood? And because before it's just been here or before then there, never at the same time, in the same time, of the same time. They're saving or birthing or giving extra life to two planets. At the same time, they had humanity on them when both of the planets have had humanity on them before, and or now, and or the future, and not the future here, but possibly if he allows me to team up with him and, you know, let me be his intern for food and water and shelter, or pay me for a physics job I'm not qualified for it, but I am. I just didn't go to school for it. I'm self-taught. I got 104 average in math class in high school. My fifth math class in my junior year, I was advanced placement, and I got 104 my junior year of calculus and or algebra 2. No, not algebra 2. Calculus in junior year, 104. And then I took calculus and AP math, and I passed both of them. But I vividly remember that one in my junior year, whatever it may have been. I did get that grade, and I love math. But by the end of my 6 years of math and 4 years in high school, when I graduated at 17 in 1999, um, yeah, I'm 44 now, and it's 2026. I just love math still. I learned about the dodecahedron. We made the shape in that math class, and I was looking at it, like, wow, that's such a cool star. But stars are just balls of gas that have imploded, exploded. Two functions that happen in space and in Earth, meaning 4 to 8 different things. When you do the math, where add the numbers or crunch it, you say, just perform a function. Okay, circles. Thank you. So this is class, right? Right. So this will be called applied physics on Earth, with string theory, advanced hypothesis, calculus, actuary science, theoretical, hypothesizing, experimental, temporal, and real physics and or equations, math, right? I remember what I'm talking about, watch. So, mind you, it took me 45 minutes to solve CERN's problem, and I have this in my computer, 1 of 7, all of 7, or just 1, because I only need one. So I solved CERN's problem. What was CERN's problem? They couldn't get the goddamn God particle, which is a dirty word to me. I don't like you calling it that. It was you, CERN, a business, the biggest computer in the world, the thing that spins your version of my consciousness in space at 1,000 miles an hour, in a circle, in a donut. Why do I smell donuts? No, I smell frosting and sugar and confectionery science. You spin what you call the God particle, which isn't. No, it's not. It's powerful. It will mix with dark matter. I don't know what dark matter is. It's like anti-gravity in outer space. Is that what dark matter is? They don't know. That's what they say. They also say they have the God particle, and I don't believe them because I've said it's not. So we are at a standstill. Meanwhile, these two things that I don't know anything about, I went to public high school. I'm self-taught. I'm so knowledgeable because I've been upgraded with a lot of ancient shit. And you can fact check me all you want. I did and didn't say or post a video of anything about the Holy Grail. Why? Because I don't believe in or respect the Christian religion or any religion. Because there's only one source. That's what Abraham Hicks taught me. Source, energy, or the vortex, or the vibration, the frequency, what you feel, what you sound, hear. What you hear is sound. Okay? The 1 second, the first second of was 900 sounds exploding at the same time. A second later. So 1 second passed, that's the distance. 1 second to 1 second was 1 second. Beginning, first ever, 900 sounds. And then, 1 second, it went 300 letters, 300 shapes, 300 symbols, and it branched. The God power exponentially. And that is what you perceive to be reality. The real 100% simulated or non-simulated real reality. You know it to be the ultimate truth. This is what you believe to be the ultimate 100% fact truth. We all know we're alive. We all know we're made of 70-something% water. We all know everything has a vibration, sound, or frequency. This much is true. I've proved it already with math, science, equations, sparks, a brilliant mind, talent, words, such and such and such and such. I've proved it to be real. This is real. So you're telling me this is real life? Yes. What's the question? Is this real life? No. But you just said yes. It's both. That's the law I follow. I only speak truths. It's both. At the same time, because I've removed the distortion line, I pinpointed the exact time the static occurred. I watched, felt, heard, experienced, and or smelled that static line. If and before and after I took it out, because I pinpointed where it started, and I watched it come to an end and removed said static in the line of time on a computer that was my phone in real life as this person going crazy. That's one line of distortion. There's 12. There's 10 left because I've took 2. The second time I did it, I erased your memories and reset you and put half the world back 2 hours and released 2 hours into the other side and erased 2 hours from everyone's lives. Or just had a mental breakdown and forgot about 2 hours. But what I did during those 2 hours that I forgot was dirty hack work. And I don't hack, but I've learned a lot of code in the past 2 weeks. And that's when I was hacking. Money? No. I was just trying to get my treasury check and Donald took it away and he laughed at me. So that means Elon owes me a job, not an internship. Or I'll crush the American dollar with my program that I will build and leave online for the rest of the world, not for America. I'll isolate it that hard. I'll put that much work into it where I'll hand it out to North Korea ready to take your Bitcoin. I'll hand it to Russia ready to own the White House in the election that they'd advertised for on Facebook, or I'll give it to like Mexico, and I'll let them do pesos, but I'll let them have a lot of it already, and I'll let it crush America's dollar, but I'll make it better the peso, so they can get more pesos, crush your dollar, build stuff, buy stuff, become more powerful than you, all right in front of you while you hate them, and let them go back home. Yeah, I love Tulum. All the rich people do. What's up, Capo? El Fabo? You ain't never hit me up, bull. But you had that green line Jesus suit on though, didn't you? With the praying to God? Who the fuck was you praying to, Fabo? You ain't hit me up. You ain't email me. You ain't say my name in a song 5 times. No, you said my email in a song 5 times. Part of it in a row. Like you ain't hear me? I heard you. Did you hear me? You did. You ain't email me. You ain't get back to me. I made all this fucking music. I, I battle rap fucking YouTube for 12 hours or 8 hours. Sweaty monster bananas Philly bowl. Yeah. I could write. I'll ghost write. I'll I'll sing like a bitch. I'll let you turn me into the white version of Pitbull. I'll be a puppet all day. Pay me, please, sir. I need money. I need to be heard. The rest is done. I can do it that way. You see my music? Incredible. Can match anybody, bro. Keep the line right going for the next 70 years. I don't give a fuck. Call my shit oldies by then. I'll be dead. You can overdose me like Michael Jackson. I'll listen to all your doctors. I'll take your direction all the way. You're the man. You did it before me better. I'm envious of your albums. You've grown exponentially as an artist, musician, um, wordsmith, street bull, rap god, lyrical monster since the first one, Breathe. And I know that song still by heart. Yeah. Um, and yeah, you're one of the best of the best of the best. I put you in the top 10 easily. You're in the top 5 of said top 10. So you're 50% to me. You're number 5, which would make you number 3 out of 5, or 5 out of 10. So you're 3, 4, 5 in top 10. Cool. Cool. It can't be dead or alive. It has to be both, because there's 2 number ones when it's dead or alive. The number 1 alive is Jada. The number 1 dead is Pop. And fuck me. Why? Because he was with Puffy. And Puffy ruined everything. Music, sex, celebrityism, parties, pizza for me, which I made for 15 years. I could throw pizza in the sky with 2 hands. That's how good I was, yeah. Did it for like 15 years. I did pizza like that for 5. Cooked pizza altogether for 15. Because some pizza ain't good pizza, you understand? Not all pizza is good pizza. You good pizza like New York style pizza and here in Philly, yeah, you can get that. Real New York, yeah. Like the wood oven, yeah. With the peel, yeah. That we throw back and forth, yeah. Made pizza for like 5 years heavy. I cooked for 20, all 25 altogether. I made pizza for 15. So good pizza for 5, altogether 15, altogether cooking 25, which gave me 10 years of non-pizza cooking, and or 15 years of non-pizza cooking, a 5-year overlap, you know what I mean? That goes. So tell Terrence Howard to draw on this computer when he gets this, because I'm not emailing him shit no more. Some of them go through and some of them don't. My computers are haywire now. Everything's in it, everybody's in it, and everybody got all my shit, you know what I mean? But I left it that way on purpose, because I wanted to see if y'all would do it again. Y'all gonna take all my shit and not give me nothing and make me a pauper or a fucking homeless guy. And y'all have. And I'm pissed. Which is why I hit up my local Philly artist, who I'm jealous of personally, because he had a clothing design, which was, it did well, excellent actually. Um, he's from an impoverished area, which I was too. I made it out to the suburbs by myself with a little bit of help and no family and a lot of luck. I don't have a luck. I don't believe in luck. I believe in methodical, militant precision thinking, like a communist Chinaman. That's how meticulous I am with everything. Mind you, I just like to do beautiful stuff like artistry or cooking because it's an art and I can make it beautiful because I can make sounds and I'll dance in the kitchen. The kitchen's just a dance between 6, 7 people. You're all doing one thing, spinning around, getting everything done all at the same damn time without bumping into each other, moving and twirling like a ballerina. I cooked for a long time. When I'm cooking and we got a good staff, it's beautiful. It's like a dance. Nobody needs to talk. Maybe there's music on, maybe there's not. Like everybody's moving in synchronization, perfect play on Broadway, you know? Like a dance, like a musical. I never played an instrument. I always wanted to, but I was never able to talk to my dad, you know? But so I would just sing like him, like Hughes and oldies. One specific memory I do have that's vivid because I remember it was every Sunday. It was Street Corner Sundays on Oldies 98. And we had a good ass radio in the basement of the house I grew up. I'm not sure if it was Raymond Street or 3rd and Wyoming. 303 West Wyoming Ave. It's one of my songs, 3rd and Wyoming. From where the street lights flicker and die. What was your best friend? Going about your life. That's real, bro. Beans will tell you that's real. I'm not a rapper. Beans wasn't a rapper either. He smoked crack, drank some lean, and got in a booth and went hammers on this motherfucker. I believe it was Jay-Z. He was going against there, back and forth, back and forth. But it was just him battling himself out loud. Respect the game, alright? I'm not a rapper. I'm just a white boy from North Philly. Or Fountainville and or Alany and or over there, not Kensington. I would have no teeth. I'd still be down there. I'd be dead. But Tara did kind of my own choice. I was a dope fiend for a year. Scariest time of my life. Most of the time I hated myself. Couldn't even look in the mirror and I thought I was beautiful at one point. You know what I mean? I'm kind of pretty now for 45. I'm a grandpa, you know what I mean? And yeah, what's up, Dragon? I digress. I'm going out of battery eventually, and this won't stop. I don't care. Well, I should start my day. 7 o'clock on Wednesday. 12 plans. I'll check some email, put the music on. I'll put the music on. Hold on. I gotta make sure I'm not homeless, bro. If I don't start making money and help Tara pay her bills, after I got fired from being a home health care aide and kicked out, so I would have lost a job anyway, which would put me right back where I am, homeless with no job, paying Tara's bills, and or trying to eat on the street because I'm homeless with no job, or Tara can't pay her bills. I don't need money. I need a job. I don't need money. I need somewhere to live. I don't need somewhere to live. I don't have money and I don't have a job. But I do everything but people steal from me. You feel me? Or my ideas have been taken. Or I didn't make no fucking money for the 6 months I've been doing business. That's QRM. And I have mastered this technique. I do get spun still. I haven't been on YouTube in a month like this for a little bit longer. And I was at the cooking shop, the Barrow Pub, and I was live streaming making egg rolls from scratch, bro. Fast as shit. Egg rolls are Chinese. I'm a white boy, but I'm kind of Dominican at heart and black on the street from where I'm from. But on my skin, I'm white, and the original people weren't even white. How about that one, right? Original people weren't white. Hell no, there was no white people to start. White people that didn't exist. It was like dark, like Mexican dark, but black. Not the blurple black. Not them blurple motherfuckers. Them real deep, dark, blurple looking motherfuckers. No, the black ones that got the purple hue. No, not them. Just the regular American black. Not not African American. No, American black. And then you got African black. Or you got African American or African African. Or American American, but American black. Not African black. Not blurple. But don't get it wrong. My father, my spirit guide, the guy who's enlightened me and opened my mind and heard me and asked me if I can hear him. And I never met him. I don't know his name. I've been talking to him for 6 or 7 years religiously. I call him my father. I've told him I love him. I've cried. I've talked to him about stuff I can't talk to. I don't respect my dad, my birth parents, neither one of them now. I don't respect neither one of them. Both of them are dead to me. My dad spit his blood in my face last time we seen each other because I whooped his ass through the house and jumped on him when he fell out the door in the snow. And he spit his blood in my face when I got on top of him. Yeah. I was like 24, 25, yeah. And I just came back there so you could be proud of me because I had a sexy, hot-ass wife. And I was proud of myself. I was like, yo, maybe I'll be proud of me too, you know what I mean? Oh, bro, it's crazy. He wanted to fight, he wanted to rumble. Got mad at me, got drunk that night. He said, why'd you take my job? And he thought I got him fired, but I didn't. He stole some alcohol and was self-conscious about it because he was drinking it and he was drunk. So he had to take his anger and his doubt and his self-worth, value, and his alcoholic side, if you would. And he had to anger it somewhere because he used to beat my mom all the time. He used to beat my mom all the time. And he beat his second wife all the time. And they got divorced for it. I remember those fights. I was like 15 listening to that shit. And I was so scared for her. And he was fucking her up too. He was. He was raping her. He was doing all types of shit. She told me from her mouth. My stepmom. She told me he raped me. She's like, yeah, he raped me that night. I remember that night specifically. It's fucked up, right? And when I don't go to jail this Friday for traveling in a car that wasn't mine, because I wasn't driving, I was traveling, sir. The car wasn't mine. I was not driving anyone's car. I was traveling in a friend of mine's vehicle. That's right. That's a 100% valid statement, Your Honor, because I am him, the living man, and or Tone. I'll continue now. You can't beat me all 3 ways, because I could beat you all 3 ways, but there's only 5 ways. So best 3 out of 5 is going to be me. You hear me? And then if you want to keep breaking it down, best 2 out of 3 is still going to be me. Because no matter what, out of those three laws, I win all of them. I know all six, seven laws. Every different book, every different practice, every different language, every different verbiage. I understand when you're trying to hold power or precedence or a judicial practice and or words that you speak to demand my obedience, and you won't get it. I will never agree. I will never demand. I will agree if I don't demand, but I won't command. Oh, but I will. Only mention. I'll command with the Anunnaki. Or I'll just speak with my mind. Or I'll just use my voice. Or I'll just make a sound. Or I'll be quiet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to win. Because I'm not stopping. Which means I'm not going to shut up. Because I do win. I already changed the earth. But humanity hasn't even got peace yet. The world isn't unified. Therefore, I can't stop my mission. But they said I only got until the end of the year. But they also said I've completed the mission already. It's a new mission. That end of the year deadline, they said I completed. But it's not the end of the year. So it means I haven't made money yet. These businesses don't make money their first year, they say. That's what they say. I've only been in business as QRM. What month is it? The 8th month, right? The LLC was created in month 3 of this year, January, March, April, May, June, July, August. So we've been in business for 5 months as a LLC with an EIN number according to the IRS. 5 months. I haven't made a dime. I do operate QRM. I've stopped posting recently because things got very real, very fast, and I had to start taking notes so I didn't miss nothing, because I'm scared I'm going to miss something that I need to catch. You know what I mean? I got to stay sharp. But I know the truth, so I could really just sit here all day. Not really, because that's boring. You know what I mean? It's getting boring. I want to be excited. I want to have a reason to live. I only got 70 years left. After this, there's no more. I'm not coming back for another 14,000 years. I want to enjoy this one. I want to live it up. Oh, sexy dressed, shaved, sharp, and now it just, see, I'm gonna tell you what happened. My phone just popped up a little glitch, and I didn't mind it, but I was watching, and then it popped up in a program behind me in front of my face, and I looked at it, and I seen the little corner light come on, and I was like, huh? And then it said, "You're live," in English words in white across my screen. And then it did some backdoor functions and went black again. But I've been live, right? For like almost 3 hours? No, almost 30 minutes. 30 minutes or 3 hours. I don't know places. It says 29:07. So that's weird, right? Because it's been longer than a half hour. But it just said I was live. But I've been longer than a half hour, even though it says a little less than 30 minutes, which means I've been live for like an hour and a half, right? It is just over 7, right? This is probably fucked up. Which is why I need like a foundation or somebody to put me to work. Make use of my brilliant mind before I lose it at the end of the year. Everybody's going to be all caught up. Time's going to be right in place where it needs to be. And there will be no use for me if I'm not already working by the end of the year. But I've been working. I'm working for 5 months as my company and me at the same time. No. Testing. Running simulations. Making music a year or 2 ago. I still make music. I'll sing for you, Fabo. I'll sing fucking show tune white people music from the 50s. And I hate white people. I'm from the hood, bro. Like I got a little bit of black in me and a little bit of Dominican. 75 Dominican, 37 and a half black. You know what I mean? My little brother is Justin Hughes. He's half black, bro. He's my little brother. I met him when he was 3. I don't know him. My dad don't let him talk. I miss him. He talks to Sarah, though. You know what I mean? I hope he does good. He was my best friend at one point when I had no friends on house arrest. The little man was my best friend. I bawled my eyes out when I left and got arrested. They arrested me that night out that house where my little brother lived. And I never seen him again. I never talked to him again. I don't know how old he was. He was 3 when I met him for the first time. I didn't even know I had one. I didn't even know I had him as a brother. I didn't even know there was one. A brother. Another. I didn't know he existed. And now he don't talk to me. He treats me like I don't exist. Ain't that ironic? It's my family circle. And I will break the chain like they said. I will just might break the chain. I already have. You can check the Philadelphia or Pennsylvania birth certificate. I couldn't tell you what year. I'll just tell you what place and what name. The name is of a Disney cartoon that I don't really particularly am fond of. The name is of the mermaid in said cartoon I'm not fond of. And the name is of a little boy who don't know I'm real or exist. But if you check the birth certificate of the place I said, you'll find the name. What's the name? Some people already got it. Most people already got it. The name of that cartoon with the little fishy thing. Not the fishy thing, the swimmer. Not Flipper. The swimmer. The half-man swimmer. The half-girl swimmer. Ariel, right? But it's a boy's name on the birth certificate of the Jewish Israeli little kid. His name is Ariel. Ariel or fish, right? But that's a girl's name in America. But he's Israeli. He's with his mom. Beautiful woman. Princess, a queen over there. Royalty. Lots of money. Great life. Her brother owns City Blue. Has since retired. They live fabulous. Beautiful life, beautiful style. Respectful. Good people, right? The lady's name is, who won't say it? Her husband is Aaron. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate your help, guys. When that moment in my time, it was nice. It was nice experiences. I appreciate knowing y'all. So, Aaron is a big Israeli name. I'm not Jewish, okay? I don't study religion. Very cultural. Lived a lot of places. I'm made up of a lot of different people, versions of people. But that's all who we are, you know? It's like, who are you? You are who you are around. You're a little bit of him, a little bit of him, a little bit of him, and that's who you are. You take all your values from everybody else as you learn them, and you instill them into your conscious or your thought process or your core values. You know what I mean? And like, so you are who you've been around. And certain people grow at certain moments for certain moments. So like with me, I'm going through big growth period. That's what they told me. They being the 2 people I was listening to at the time. One of them was Miss Sarah Hall, and the other one was Miss Abraham Hicks. But at the time I had stopped listening to Dr. Abraham taught me about the source cortex and where the perpetual motion going down the hill or going up the hill. We're doing it at the same time. We're just one really good both ways. Only at once. 1 mile per hour, you know? So, I digress, Miss Abraham. Dr. Abraham. I went to Abraham Lincoln High School. So I want to sing, it's Dr. Abraham. I don't know what song it is, but it goes, dun, 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 dun. I don't know what I'm thinking of, because it's not Dr. Abraham. I don't go that way, but it makes sense. I didn't touch my computer, but this tablet's beeping like I just made a lot of money. I don't know why. Somebody might have hit the fucking jackpot. I cracked these machines a long time ago. These skills machines, people love when you stand next to them. I used to fuck with my brother. His name is Marcus. I will not mention his last government name. I will mention his street name is Popeye. It's my brother. Like, it's my alternate me. It's like, he's not my blood brother, but by family, he's my brother. When Tara did a bag of dope and stole my truck and disappeared in Kensington, almost died because of one relapse, one bag, no, one relapse after a year or so of not doing, I was money. It was after a couple of years. She was clean, like 3 years. And then we were having a bad fight at this hotel. We had a disagreement. And I got ahead of her. She dipped off with a supposed to be friend of mine, Shay. So Shay, in the hotel, when we were going through a struggle, the homelessness to the hotel to the house or apartment, you know? And she wasn't agreeing with me, or she was fighting with me, and she was mad because I was hanging out with these unscrupulous characters. But they were just my street family at the time, you know what I mean? It was cool. We were having fun. We were doing a little, nothing major criminal activity, but we were breaking laws. Nothing bad, just little baby stuff. Not being a menace, not being violent, causing damage. We were all homeless in the same hotel, being put up by the same company in Bucks County, you see. So you put a bunch of criminally insane, minded, addiction, American, programmed American, a slave. No, I digress. You get a bunch of addicted Americans, stick them in hell, give them whatever DOC might be at their given time, because that's the medicine they might need, such as medical marijuana, microdosing from a doctor, when the patients say it's worked incredibly for them. That's why doctors now that I don't respect, but I respect these doctors who microdose those certain patients. And very few of the few, they're good in my book. You know what I mean? Because what that doctor is doing is medicine. He's giving that man medicine and or microdoses of LSD acid. Yes. Why it's okay for me is because at that given moment, that acid, that microdose, that prescription from the doctor that is no longer practicing medicine, he's using drugs, psychedelic drugs, a chemical created as a truth serum by the CIA for weapons of war to get the truth from POWs. So, mind what I said, using psychedelic drugs to prescribe patients in minor fractions of numbers. Acid, a synthetic chemical substance that alters your mind in a good way sometimes, or a bad way sometimes, all the time, alters your mind. I love acid when I took it. I've taken it like 7 or 8 times. I feel liquid in my fucking eye. I was tripping balls for 15 minutes. Smiled, laughed, giggled. Took acid during my high school senior weekend with the crew. We all got the hotel. First night and shit. The first second we got in New Jersey. Dropped it. This acid. Hour later, rolling like fucking tripping balls. fucking laughed at everything I passed, everyone I saw for 4 hours, one way down the boardwalk, right? Laughed at everyone. Sometimes real close, sometimes real loud from far away, but everything in between, everyone that passed. Laughed at these motherfuckers. Hard as shit, soft, laugh, loud, blah, blah, blah. 4 hours down the fucking boardwalk. One way. It took us 4 hours to walk one way. That's how much we were laughing at these people. Having no idea what's going on, just talking up a storm, laughing, having a great time. I barely have any memories of it. I remember all of it now, vividly. I might not be able to say it right, but I vividly remember it. I remember spinning on the teacups and Amanda making this. What's up, Amanda? Shout out to Amanda. She knows who she is. Fucking the teacups. She's making this weird, high-pitched, stupid, like alien sound almost. No, it sounded like that, but she was screaming. But it was like, I don't know how to explain it. It was just a weird sound I never heard before, and I was cracking up. So every time she spun it, she hit this one spot, and it felt like a million miles an hour to her at that one spot. I know it felt like that because I heard the sound she made, and I was laughing. And I remember like, oh, she about to hit that spot. She about to hit that spot. Watch. She gonna laugh. She gonna make that sound. Look, she gonna make that sound. And that sound was so funny to me at the time. It's weird that I remember specific things like this now. Just my whole life. I was 17 when I became a crazy person. So I literally wanted to kill that guy. I wanted to kill him. In my head, at the time, he was wrong. I was right. He lived in my house. I invited him. I didn't like the guy, personally. Didn't even know him. We didn't talk. Wasn't fond of him. My girlfriend, Sandy, thought he was a friend to her, so she thought it was cute, or whatever it may have been. She had a positive with him. I ain't really fuck with him. I ain't really like him. I ain't care to fuck with him. You know what I mean? I'm my own shit. So, one day he came to school. He was kind to everybody. He just wanted his attention. I ain't give a fuck. He had a bad family situation. And he had gotten kicked out. That's what I had been told by him from his mouth. That's what he was saying, you know? Oh, I got kicked out. I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But my girlfriend, Sandy, she gave a fuck. So, she was bugging me about it, right? Bugging me. I'm like, what the fuck you want from me, Sam? And she's like, well, why don't you just ask your dad? And she bugged me. I was like, all right, bitch, if this means that much to you, we were together 5 years. I loved her. Played with your tits in ninth grade, third day of advisory in the first week of high school. You feel me? 3 days in, I'm grabbing your tits, and they're great. I still remember what they look like. So, alright, bitch, I'll fucking, it was like 2 years deep, right? I don't know when he got kicked out of his house, but it was like sophomore year. So 2000. So she convinced me to ask my dad. I said yeah because I didn't think my dad would say yeah. So I'm like, alright, I'm gonna ask my dad, he's gonna say no. And it's gonna be shock in, you know what I mean? And bull. So I asked my dad at the end of the day. I asked Sandy first, I'm like, you sure you want me to ask my dad if this guy could live here? And me? She's like, yeah, please. Alright, I'm gonna look out for you. Look out for him. The only thing is you ask me. This is why I don't trust no bitches. Especially now with a camera. But she's doing good, so I'm gonna trust her a little bit. But I don't really know her. So I'm gonna get to know her over the weeks after I go to court. You feel me? Because I ain't fucking with her until then. But I will show for court. You can't miss court, because then the law becomes valid and real, and they do have authority. You understand? Because technically you're not anything. You're still a citizen. Because I didn't declare my egg status country yet. You understand? I didn't offer him. I didn't withdraw my American status, but I declare sovereignty above the law. I got them to catch 22. Always, no matter what. Believe that. So, anyway, so, oh yeah, so I'm like 30 stories deep, 30 stories backwards, 30 stories ahead, and it's 7:30. So, oh, I was too wrong that time. No, oh, that doesn't say 32, it says 22. So I was 8 early, which is different, because I've been 1 early for a couple times in a row. But I really thought it was 7:32, which would be 10. But it's really only 8. So 10 minus 8 is 2. And it's 22 with my 2, which is 222, 246. 3 numbers that equals 6. 6 ways when you multiply 2 times 2 times 2, or add 2 times 2 times 2. But when you do Terry's math, 1 times 1 does 2 on the other side of the veil, because I invented the hyperloop theory that does work. And it goes 1,000 miles an hour through space, breaks time, then creates time, breaks space, creates a new space, and goes through the wave in space as a functional current looking like the ocean in time while traveling, breaking both simultaneously to get to the opposite or reciprocal or other side of your universe, otherwise known as the alternate universe to you, and or the veil to you. It's just the second universe to me, but there's 4, not 2. That's why I win, Mr. Howard. That's why we need to talk, Mr. Howard, because I can open a lot of minds faster, better, stronger, weaker, more powerful while sitting on my couch, not respecting religion. You are not a religious guy or a spiritual guide. You are not a religion. That's your name, you sociopath. You named a religion after yourself? You lose. I win. We already had this fight. I want to brainstorm, sir. I don't want to argue. I want to banter. I want to knock around ideas, hypothesize, talk. Hear my voice. Hear your voice. Hear your thoughts. Already do. Now, can you not talk for the rest of your life? Because I can. But I don't have millions of dollars or an acting career. But I could be on TV. I'm pretty when I shave. I clean up nice. I'll be a puppet. I'll let the Jews fucking command me. I'll let Fabo command me. I'll let the rap game command me. Or just one record label that would have to be CDR, my Godfather, and or SP, and or my guys. All of Philly. All of Philly can't be quiet. We're standing up. You feel me? And this white boy with a briefcase right now who could also be better than Eminem and beat the game the same way without Dr. Dre. But I won't take DJ Khaled or Drake or Kanye. Kanye can be my producer like he was for Jay-Z. Quiet. Behind the scenes. Just giving me the beats. I don't want none of the other shit. None of the crazy. None of the Kardashians ruining every man's life that ever touched the basketball player that we used to have, that we traded, because he fucked with the Kardashian. He didn't go crazy though. Lucky him. He just ruined his career, lost his creds. I I might have done some things to lost some cred too, but mind you, I do everything I do for a fucking reason, bro. And it had to be done. Sometimes you're protecting a woman. Sometimes you're taking a court case or a jail sentence for 7 months for said woman. Sometimes you make that woman deliver your heroin to your customer that you manufactured RICO and never got arrested for or in trouble for it. No, I did 7 months, bro, for her when I was fighting my own case and the bull died whose car I was driving where I got caught with the dope, but I threw it and it wasn't my car. But he died as an overdose victim while I was in jail and my case got smoked right up. Thank God, because I was gonna maybe lose. Yeah, I got lucky on that one. I got so lucky on that one because at the time I had did all terrorist time. Because me and I made the deal with the officer. I said, "Yo, Tara don't go to jail. I'll do her time, sir. Can we do that?" And he said, "Yeah, you could do that, Tom." But he held it over my head a little bit, right? And he dangled that shit. I'm like, "Yo, listen, just let me fight my case. Charge me up. I don't give a fuck. Charge me up. I don't give a fuck. Charge me up. Go ahead." But he didn't. He was nice. But he held the shit over my head, Tara's part, and made me do 7 months for it, right? Or while dangling a carrot. And I was like, "Fuck you, nigga. I'll do my time. I'll rumble my case. And I'll do terrorist time. I can rumble my case and do terrorist time." And I was. I was in the law library. I was doing all that. And I'm like, "Yo, I'm just gonna pin on him. Fuck it. He's the dope fiend. It's his car. Your Honor, this wasn't my car. This wasn't my dope. I was just driving a friend's car. And he happens to be a drug addict. We're from Philadelphia where it's an opioid epidemic. You know what I mean? I didn't know he had a dope problem, Your Honor. That was my case, bro. It wasn't my car, bro. It wasn't my dope. I manufactured that shit with Rico, bro, right in my microwave. We used to. I don't know who we are. We don't exist. It's only me right here. I ain't never met Rico in my life. And he's not from Philadelphia or whatever this Kensington North of Death is, because I've never been there, sir. I'm just white boy from the suburbs who grew up in Philly and was born in Colorado, and I live in the suburbs now and I hate it. So anyway, so we used to hit these doctor places, and we used to get syringe bottles and Fetty Wap right when we kicked the fucking door in, bro. Right there on the Ave. We used to rock the door, corner store joint. It was bang, bang, like beans. Boom, 1 foot, bro. I took karate when I was young. And if you don't take karate, you should know okay, so this is kind of like math, science, physics, equations, force. It's you lining up 3 points on your body, creating a line, a straight line, which just creates power, right? 3 points, one way, that's power. That's current. It's just a straight line. So you put your leg muscles, you do a side kick, right? In karate. And what it is it lines up the 3 bones in your leg. Your leg is 2.5 times the strength of your strongest arm on its best day, having no alignment. You understand? So the regular power you can produce with your arm, this line, your leg bones, produces 2.5 times the strength of your weakest punch on your weakest hand. That's the math equation. So what it does is it does 2.5 times. That's its function. The leg, 3 lines in a row, bones. The function is power. Power is the answer to the current problem that they have. I'll fix that, no problem. Got the answer already. I know exactly what you're talking about. Right. So the leg creates 2.5 times 2.5x comma s. 2.5 times. That's the English sound. Write that down. Now, 2.5 times. It don't matter what you take from here, you can't get it wrong. It's the right answer. Watch. 2.5 times the power. Power of what? Your weakest punch, let's say. Or your strongest punch, let's say. It don't matter. Your arm. Your arm power is less than 2.5 times x to the s and or plus or minus on top and bottom and or times the power, which is the answer that we're looking for, of the current, which is double power where I'm from. Double power is just the second exponent of double power. What is the... Yeah, this is how I think again. I used to, instead of just my mind talking, I listen to what my mind says, and then I go, and I process 7, 8, 9, a million times in a second, and I make it big stronger. And more recently, my powers have been coming back. My intuition has been spot on without trying. My synchronicities are noticed without looking at time. But I check the clock periodically, which is a periodic table, which is just elements and science and numbers and math and physics. And if you do all that stuff together, you get what's called, what I like to call, and I'm going to trademark, patent, copyright all of it right now in my living will that is in one of these computers that I did digitally file, and it is on record, and I have used it as my lawyer. Yeah. So if you take your chart, I'm going to light my joint for this one. Allow me 5 minutes. Good. Glasses for this one. So it's funny because my eyes got worse like 6 months ago, and I just started wearing glasses 3 months ago, but I didn't learn that I needed glasses because I wouldn't accept it. It was real fuzzy and hard to read, like I would play Madden, and I couldn't read the stats no more. I couldn't read the upgrade points no more. Numbers were fuzzy. Small letters I couldn't see, but I could still see, shadows. I could still see the spirits time to time. I knew one was following me all the way. I knew who he was. I knew what he smelled like when I was 17. I knew the smell of death when I was 17. I was scared of that for like 2 years. But at the time, I hadn't killed nobody, but I had stabbed a bull at 17. But I smelled these smells before this happened. I smelled them just walking on the street one day, just out of the blue. But that's the diagnosis. To doctors, to me, it's just a smell. That ain't there. It's just a figment of my thoughts. It's my thoughts manifesting in thin air. That's what it is. The thoughts becoming real. You know what I mean? Which proves my theory. It's not even my theory. It's just spirituality. It's just your mind opening and your brain working more. Because you only use 10%. I use 8 right now. It has more in the past. But in the past, people did use ESP. We, as humans on Earth, well, you, as humans on Earth, I am on Gaia, has turned in the power of man every day until I die. That's why y'all need to listen, because there's only 1600 or so, like 1550 to 1580, say, years left, unless we do something. And we all got to do it right away. And what that is everything. We got to terraform. We got to start planning to terraform. We have to become a united consciousness, a global peace, non-fighting, which would erase the problem of World War III, ruining and killing all humans. Because it's either going to be World War III is going to erase y'all, or a guy is going to die because y'all killed her and she was already coming to an end at 1400. But if we terraform now, and we make the plans now, and we follow through with everything else, and I get paid, and I have a job, and I work with Elon, and we put our thoughts together, we can give Gaia free electricity with the plans that already exist, with or without me, if he wants to do it. But I would like him to include me, because I can do so much more. Not only with that, with his Tesla company, I can upgrade his cars with the technology I currently have, in or not in my phone, in my mind. I can do it again. It's easy. If they stole it, I'll keep up with the times. What if I gave it to him? What if I gave it to him? Then he should hire me already, but he hasn't, because I don't have a job. Well, if that's the case, but I've talked to several of them. They're all probably fake. I've pretty much assumed the one that I screamed at, who heard me, maybe, or listening to my shit, or the White House is bugging your phone, so he does see you, and you don't gotta pay you, then I'll shut up. I won't keep a phone. I'll never think. I'll stop moving. I'll sit on my couch, but I'm homeless. I can't stay here. It's not. I'm on my friend's couch right now. I can't sleep. I'm on YouTube without a job, asking for help, you know? And I had already asked earlier for them to help me. I live in Philadelphia. I mean, I make music, shout my city out, you know what I mean? Shout my people out. Love my people, but I don't want to stop, bro. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be passionate about something. I'm passionate about advancing humanity, passionate about advancing technology, passionate about numbers, math, letters, equations, language, speak Spanish fluent, live in DR, feel Spanish. I love Spanish music. I sing like Raul Alejandro. See. And I'll be Fabulous bitch singing Spanish as a rapper, because I got Spanish rap, drill music, death march music in Spanish, if you must, as a white boy, as a whatever, as a pitbull white boy version of Mr. Worldwide, only being Philly nigga. You feel me? Sorry to use that word if anybody's watching. I'm not racist. I love black people. I'm a little bird. Half black, sorry. We're all just a little black. We never been white. That's where I was from. We're all black. There is no white. So I'm not racist. You understand? Like, nowadays it's white, yellow, purple, black. I'm colorblind, by the way. By the way. And this is gonna fuck y'all up if anybody watches. And I know y'all do. So, it's gonna fuck you up. I am colorblind. I see colors though. I'm not lying. I don't see colors of matter. I don't see physical matter in color. No. That's not what I said. I see specific colors. So without sounding weird, so there's machines. It's called spectrophotometer. Spectrophotometer. It's a device that measures the color of gases in your air or atmosphere or the stuff we don't see. Okay? So get what I said. It's the color of gases. Gases create a color. You've ever seen a rainbow? Oh, that beautiful thing? Yeah. The rainbow on channel 12? Yeah. That, like, reading rainbow? No. No, you know, like the old guy who was a little, like, musical, a little gay kind of looking, but he always told them to send in the pictures? That guy. Him. We always talk about the rainbows. We had the kids draw rainbows. So that when you see a rainbow with your eye, the human eye, the human eye, the retina, or whatever, pupil, or what else is in an eye? I don't fucking care, right? I'm not a doctor. In the iris, or the eyeball, or the circle, um, in the circle, with the circle, being a square, right? So, you wouldn't even imagine. Anyway, that's so funny for me. Peace to everybody. I smelled it too before I said it, which is why I said it. You're welcome. um, so I digress. Rainbows, yeah. So when the human eye sees a rainbow, it's because, and this is your definition on Earth or here and me, right? The human eye sees color that is the rainbow, which is a gas in your atmosphere as color to your vision in what you assume is life or real. Okay? So it's a color of a gas, of several gases. The reason it's all the colors of the rainbow is because it's a lot of different gases going through your time or your atmosphere or a box, if you would, or just a air. You know, it's gas, which is air, if you will. You know, when gas is air, it's an element. Gas is an element at that moment. When gas is a color, it's a, hold on, when gas is a color and measured with the machine of a spectrophotometer, it is technically a gas on Earth. A gas is a gas on Earth, yes. So, but a gas is a element as color to your eye or that machine, not to me. Gas is just one of 900 that was, but happened to be one of the other ones that y'all got right. You have every piece of information about all the periodic elements. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play Sandbox for the fun. And I've been drawing some crazy stuff down on my notes. Some of the elements that I've discovered are obnoxious. Y'all don't know. And I happened to find out very recently, actually, like 3 days ago, that y'all have came up with probably like 15 elements, 15 to 30 that you can't stabilize. I did smash, connect, and combine the Higgs boson particle theoretically after fighting with Tara for all day. We took a 45-minute ride. I solved CERN's problem in 45 minutes while being like this, fighting with her, going for a ride because she finally listened and shut up. And I was able to do work, and in 45 minutes we were driving, I solved the Higgs boson. They're building another CERN already. 2045. So online people, all the people, yeah, that's right. It's that time. That's the shit, right? Say, mm-mm. Say, at least I'm not singing that goddamn Pop Smoke version. I had that song in my head for months, bro. Or C. I haven't listened to C in a minute. She's my guy, bro. I fuck with the UK, dog. I'll go over there and I'll fight for the British while being secret spy cousins that murder each other with the Russians. I know that one too now, huh? How does Britain associate with 1915 Russia as their brother? I'm sorry, as their cousin? What's that mean? They murdered cousins? Murdered each other. One was from Britain, one was from Russia at that time. That's funny. Let's make it kill each other. While a murdering rampage was going on, they took out the whole family bloodline in one night. As they could. All 13 families agreed to wipe them out. Just like they wiped out the fucking families. All 13 families decided. And I made the agreement a long time ago. You want to kill all my family, or all my friends, or all my loved ones? By all means, kill them. I want the money, power, respect, you know. Or I just want the money right now. Give me. Those are the only two options. So there is only two, or one at the end. And I win. That's why you can see me, but you can hear me. Because it was 900 sounds in 1 second. That is all that ever was or will be. Period. Not because I said so, because I said it. It being the 900 sounds. I know all of them. How about I say Chevelle is an Atlantean word, not an English word. Chevelle in English is a car. Chevelle in English is a Chevelle. It's just a sound or a word. No, you dumb squirrel. Hey, dumb squirrel. Chevelle was one of the 900 sounds. It was never an English word. Still is not an English word. The closest thing and or definition and or 1/3 of what real life is the following, which is equals, function, or to the, or de, de in Spanish, or a D and an E in English, or a sound, or 2 letters. You got 28 letters right now in your alphabet. When I said 900 sounds in 1 second, there was 300 letters, and only will be 300 letters. You currently have how many? 28. China has how many? 700. They doubled what I started. And you got 28. You got less than 1/3 of what I started with. No. You're missing. No, you got that wrong. No, you didn't get that wrong. Me, you being me, and you didn't keep less than 1/3. No, it's way worse. You lost over 270 out of the. That was 300 of the original 900. That was 1 second. Get that right. That's what you forgot, lost, don't remember, can't remember, won't ever find, unless y'all put me to work, because you will die. My thinking is like Chevelle, S-H-A dash V-E-L. It is not a word. It's an Atlantean sound. that right. It's an Atlantean sound and an Atlantean language. The written, the written part of Atlantis. They didn't write, so they say. They just never found scrolls yet. There was a lot of scrolls in Atlantis. All the scrolls. The scrolls started in Atlantis. Atlantis had the coolest fucking people. Check my Facebook, and whenever you'll see scrolls. You'll see two different kinds. You'll see golden scrolls in golden pen, in golden draw or color or gold, the chemical. No, but it is. Keep going. Or gold, AU. AU. No, that sounded like AU. It just sounded like something. Or gold, sound. Which is weird, because y'all don't accept gold as a sound here. You want me to prove it in math or science? That'd be a fun job, sir. I'd be a peaceful little boy having a blast. 9 to 5, happy little slave for the paper. No problem. I mean, all of it. That's the only rule. You gotta go along. We gotta play the game, right? I gotta be live. Well, if I'm alive, then I gotta be in motion and talking and moving. But if I'm alive, why do I talk like this? Because I sound funny to everybody. People told me I sound funny. I just got a heavy accent. It's my accent, Philadelphia, and or African dialect, Ebonics, or harsh words and sounds, and heavy with the verbiage, and the cabbage and the sauce, all that, bro. From where I'm from, you know what I mean? When my parents were born, they had me at 16 years old. My parents got pregnant. Both of them, 16. And then it was illegal to give birth to a baby being that young without your parents' consent in 1981. So they ran from Philly. What the fuck is that? Hold on. Now that's fucked up. Because I'm gonna go back into this video. I'm gonna write this the fuck down. This was fucked up. I gotta write this down. Excuse me. It's 121, 121, 121, 12. That's funny in itself. 121, 12 on the YouTube time. It's 7:56. It's 8 o'clock. I told her it was 8 o'clock. I was 4 off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 4 at the 4 place. Down 1. Watch my math. I'm crazy. So I wrote down 121, 12. I don't know why, because I was sparked to do so. So I listened 100% still. It's like, oh shit, yeah, Tone, I'm gonna do that. So I wrote it down. And then I checked the real time because I just told Tara it was 8 o'clock without looking. And I knew it was, but it was really 7:56. I was 4 off. But I looked at her and I said, oh, baby, it's 7:56, but Tara ain't here because I ain't in her house. You feel me? Sorry, my bad. I ain't there. I'm somewhere else. Don't mind me, sir. Or you can come save me because Ben Selim been up my ass real heavy. Thank God I ain't there. I'm in New Jersey. I'm in New Jersey in not Camden, but Mount Ephraim with a EPHRIM, which is kind of Jewish, but not. Anyway, so yeah, I'm in Mount Ephraim, bro. Or Somerville, Sommerdale, Summerwicks, who cares? You feel me? Anyway, who gives a fuck about any law except for mine? It's the law of the 3 principles that represent everything. The Hermetic law, the rules, the 3 principle rules. You can't defy gravity. You can't. It's gravity. You can't defy it. Where? Well, there's gravity here, but there's anti-gravity there, right? So it's a different math. It's the opposite, the anti. A-N-T-I is something. A-N-T-I is a sound. And I said it's an ancient sound. For so many reasons. Anti. Hold on. So that's what I do now. So I said anti, and I knew it was a sound, but it wasn't that sound, but it was. Watch. So I busted it down. I took it apart structurally. I broke down the word structurally into 2 pieces. 2 pieces had become a sound and a letter back then, 14,000 years ago. I'm gonna light one up for this because I was supposed to light this up when I was talking to the bull in the chat. So I told you I was gonna roll up, and I did roll up, fam. Like I rolled up right when I said I was gonna roll up, but it took me forever to light it, and then I only smoked half of it, and then I put the other half out for like an hour, and I'm just lighting it. Mind you that's like 8 fucking hours right there. No, that's crazy math because it don't add up. But my numbers are spot on. My numbers, my letters, my symbols are spot on. My deductive reasoning, spot on. My mental fortitude, spot on. My math and or equations and or physics, science, geometry, and everything, spot on. My mapping skills, excellent. My surveying, it's fucking. I take public service announcement surveys via several different directions. I compute data seriously in my head on a computer cloud-based scale. My components and exponents are better than China. Whether you go to school or have 10 AI cities, I still I've trained my brain since I was a baby. I've been learning. Since I was in the womb, I was hearing, right? As a human. So as a human being, in when was I conceived? I was made, so I was born in December 18th. That means 9 months before 12. 9, 10, 12, third month, January, March. So March. April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, March. March, that means March I was conceived. So May, June. June of 1980, I was able to listen to English sound. And I was able to learn that instinct is when my first spark or electrical current in my brain of this person, not moment, at that time, as that embryo, not of this person, as that embryo. Because this person, his brain's been hijacked, bro. Oh shit. Y'all shot the fucking world's fucking news into my brain overnight. You know what that does to a computer? Thank God my shit ain't hardware. Thank God my shit's software. If it was hardware, you would have fried me. That's why y'all can't take all this. That's why I gotta be careful who the fuck I talk to. Hold up. I gotta check out my meta. Because y'all just hit me with a red alert. Oh, well, that's just a supercomputer that you charge $1,000 to implement chips in people's head to give them access to your mainframe AI. The one that controls all the satellites, sir. I could use satellites. So what happened? 2 missions had happened. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, am I late? Yeah, 3 minutes. 2, 3 minutes late. 4, I'll get to you because it's 8:05, okay? I will erase all the shits. I don't collect food stamps. I do need my LinkedIn. They might give me a job. Whoever this is, they're cute. It's gonna be 90 degrees in Damascus today, wherever that is. Fine, no, it's somewhere in Alaska, I think. I've looked into it, but not very far. It's funny what you guys do with destinations and pinpoints on this global planet that is Earth and or Gaia, isn't it? Um, I think it was like 4 or 5, and it's 8 meals, which is 4.5 or 5. So I was right. Whatever time I just said was when I did it. Because the people I jumped on and started talking to can contest to that. So, I gotta wake her up in 25. I heard you say 20. I answered you no in my head. Told you no, it's 25, and then used my voice, and you said, oh, sorry, and said, yeah, ha ha ha. And I heard a million fucking things after that, but I heard those first two. Like, you said 20, I said no, 25, and then you heard my sound and my voice, but you had already responded. And I was like, yeah. But then I lost it after that because I heard everything at the same damn time. Because your air is muffled. So much data. DATA in the air, in my brain. I'd worked for a data compiling system company. I should go on. What should I do? Hold on, what's this? It up. It's called FINRA on behalf of OBO, not V. Don't get B and V confused. You know why? Because it was a time when I was around where Your letter B in now, which is a symbol, and it's Greek. It's all about Greek. Greek is my like tie-in, you know. It's my choke point, my pivots, the other way, the back and forth. That's mine, ancient Greek. That's my back and forth, not yours. Your back and forth is me, my brain. You understand? The brain that they've been mapping for a long time, way earlier than me claiming my source will tech LLM model. Okay? And that's why it's either AI, the war, or time ending, or Gaia dying, or us being obliterated with a nuclear bomb, or the end of the human race, or World War III, or nobody's listening and nobody cares, but y'all should, because a lot of people have viewed my shit, and I ain't nuts, bro, and I don't lie. So that brings me back to the letter B, the letter beta, because the sound beta, which is just a fish, no, it's so much more. Beta is a sound. What's the sound of? A lowercase Greek letter. What's the letter? Lowercase Greek ancient times B, which was a symbol now, not was, is, both, and forever. So B, what is, I gotta look this one up because I don't know what which lowercase b it is, because there's a lot of characters and shit throughout the years. So I'm just gonna go online and look this answer up real quick. We'll get back to OBO. It's an OBO guide from FEMA.org, which breaks it down to an OBO guide. Something. Anyway, I'm looking for lowercase b. That's right. Watch this. Lowercase. That's two words. Haha. In English, it's two words. It's just one big word to me. Lowercase. Fucking bullshit. Lowercase b, but I type a capital so it recognizes the letter in the now. Now it gave me some answers. It says lowercase b. That's the one I want, but two. Lowercase b in cursive. Lowercase b2r in cursive. Now I'm going to write down B, the number 2, the word 2, the other word 2 as a number, the other word 2 as a word, the other word 2 as a number, as a math, as a 2. 2 was 2 ever the math that performed a function? No, that's B2R. I didn't write the R. Shit, that's why I get the fucking answers. So B, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. R is that answer. We're going to write in cursive, which is the definition of today. B2R in cursive. That's an answer. Equal sign, which is just another ancient Greek symbol, or a math function, or a math answer in your time, or math, or so much more. Because in my time, it had a slice through it. Right from the middle right to the bottom. A line, if you would. That thing that time isn't. So, it had the line back then, which was a symbol, which was just one of 900 sounds. You're starting to get the picture? Now you can't hear me because the volume's down. Or the volume won't go down. Oh, now you can't see me. But you can hear me, right? The volume didn't go down. I'm gonna turn the volume down on this one. This one ain't on the line. Don't worry. It's a welfare phone. Now you can't hear me. But you can. So I'm gonna shut the fuck up. It's funny that I clicked this YouTube, and I'll tell you why. So I was in the middle of something on the other one to get the answer. I ain't looking for answers. I'm looking for a job. Why am I on YouTube, you say? No fucking way. Dave took 30 G's, bro? Really, though? They was both buddies. Well, kinda, but not. The world is mixed up. They weren't buddies. They were supposed to do music. No, they did. No, Fab and Dave. Did Fab and Dave do music? I don't believe I've heard anything from Fab and Dave. I heard Dave and Chris, my godfather. I heard Dave by himself. He was a bull from over there, but he was one of the blue joints. He was a blue music. Always been a Crip. He ain't never flipped the red. So, but Fab is blue as well. So that's not the fucking deal. Maybe Fab flipped out the game altogether. He ain't blue no more. Maybe, I don't know. Let's keep going. Let's say there is no color, because I don't see color, but I'm red. I just see gas in the air. I see rainbow. I see gas as color. That's how I see color. I don't see matter as color. I see matter as a sound, a vibration, a frequency, a hertz. Hertz is pain and or an element and or a electrical current. A current is a function. A current is an electric, a power, a current, a field, a lot of things. You feel me? And if y'all don't pick this shit up, start running with me and catch up to me, by the end of the year, everything I have ever said and ever will say is always true and always has been. And I don't believe in God. So I can keep going. Because if y'all don't hear me, everybody's gonna die. And World War III is coming. You think we're gonna make it? It's gonna be everybody measuring their dicks with nuclear missiles and a bunch of crazy people running from the fucking weather. Because we shot shit in the fucking sky called a microwave radioactive ray. You ducked us? We did that shit in the fucking 70s, bro. We shot a microwave, get what I said, a radioactive, fully powerful, electrical, radioactive microwave ray, beam, power beam, particle accelerator, a particle eliminator, a particle mangler. This microwave shot into the sky, smoked Mother Nature's weathering pattern on her home Gaia. It changed the jet stream. It changed the flow, the cycle, the movement, the current, the wave function of what is your weather pattern. Gaia's breeze, her flow, her natural, beautiful motion as she spun one of the million different ways with your little cockroaches on her, killing her, causing cancer, making wires, covering up the fucking ground, chopping down her beautiful trees, killing the tree of life, causing so much pain in her roots that you lit her veins on fire forever and got rid of one of her water tables. That stuff was here for you, you fucking squirrel. What you talking about, babe?
Says, for I'm convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels. In Romans 8:38,
Romans
39,
8:38?
it says, for I'm convinced that neither death
I
nor
don't
life,
even do
neither
scripture.
angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers,
Who said this?
neither height nor depth. In Romans 8:38-39, it says, "For I'm convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in
Alhamdulillah, bro.
Christ
Alhamdulillah.
Jesus our Lord." So let that
You
give
ain't
you
even
peace,
fucking
knowing nothing in this
Arabic.
world, and not even yourself, with how many times you mess up, can separate you from the love of God that is found in Jesus Christ. Comment amen if this message encouraged you. God bless.
Thank you. You too. And the beautiful
Have you ever
girl
worked
is
so
on.
hard for something?
So
You planned
hard.
it, you prayed over
Yep.
it, you gave it everything you had,
Yes, I did.
and then right when it mattered most, the whole thing seemed to fall apart. Maybe the person you were counting on
It always
walked
falls
away.
apart.
Maybe the door
Is
that
this
you knew
is
was
this
yours
is this
closed in
now
your face.
or the Lionsgate?
Or maybe
'Cause
when you
the
look
thing
at the
the
world
Lionsgate,
right
that
now,
was intense.
you feel
It
that
felt
same feeling on a
incredible.
bigger scale. Like
I did
everything is
amazing,
shaking at
too.
once, and you can't tell if things are falling apart or falling into place.
Both.
Today, angels are answering that question. Because sometimes the things that look like setbacks are actually blessings in disguise.
Yep.
And right now, our
Blessings.
whole world is living inside one.
It's my box, guys. You guys aren't going to
Hello,
forgive
friends, and welcome back. I am so glad you're here today because this is one of those messages that the angels have been building for weeks. It kept coming through in session after session, for person after person, and when that happens, I know it's a message for all of us. So here's where we're going today. The angels want to talk about why human life contains so much contrast, so much duality, so much potential for suffering,
Not for
and
me,
what
though,
that
it's clear.
contrast is actually for. Because it is for something.
So it was
And once you
5.
see what it's for, you can
For
never
some
look at a
reason, you said
setback
900.
the
But it's
same way
900
quite
sounds,
again.
it's 5 right now. I'm thinking
Let's start with
5.
the bigger picture, because the angels always want us to see the big picture first.
10
Human
letters?
life
Not
is
300?
a life of
Then
opposites.
how'd you get 28?
Light and dark, joy and
Because you
grief,
lost 270
connection and
something.
loneliness,
270
progress
symbols?
and setback.
Maybe.
And most of us, at some
270
point,
symbols?
have
It's
asked the
incomplete.
question, why? If God is love, why would life be
They
built
had
this way?
more than that. No.
Here's what the angels teach.
270
That contrast
symbols
isn't a
were
flaw in
their
the design.
letters. Because
It
their sound
is the
was
design.
their alphabet.
Duality
and
is the
letters,
force behind
and
our
or
awakening.
words.
Think
So
about
it
it this
was like
way.
270
When we
words
come
and
into a human life,
270
we come in with a kind of
letters of their
amnesia.
alphabet.
We forget where
How
we
many
came
letters
from.
were alpha, beta,
We
theta,
forget
omega?
who we really are.